Hey guys, what's up? How we doing on this Saturday afternoon? I just got me some lunch and a drink, and I am ready to sit and chill with some nice vids with y'all.
Demons are out on a Saturday.
Ooga booga, how we doing?
Demons.
Oh, hold on, let me recalibrate my thing here. She's kind of having a seizure. Hold on. Okay, that's better. How you boys doing today? Damn, it's still a little sad. It's probably because I have a crappy webcam. I gotta get like a better quality one. I got me some chicken tendies. Pretty good.
Did you say?
Yes, I did. I don't have
strips.
I don't have any mac and cheese, but I got the chicken strips.
Or loudly crying face.
Some of those frozen pre-breaded ones in the bag from Walmart. Them damn things are good. Cat, get off of that heater before you burn yourself. I don't know why them kittens like climbing up on
nice.
that thing. Alrighty. Where's our video at? Whoop. Okay, switch on over to our video tab. Uh-oh. Whoops, nope, wrong one. Turn you off, turn you on. Hi!
Disappearing act.
Yeah, I thought I had it turned on, and apparently I didn't. Alright. Window capture. Watch later. There we go. Oh no. I disappeared again. There I go. Alright, I guess we'll start with this one. So sit back and let's chill out. Hello? Oh, there it goes.
Recently, Five Nights at Freddy's celebrated its...
Oh yeah, this is why FNAF 1 still holds up 10 years later.
10th anniversary. In my case, as someone who's been following the games ever since the very beginning, I was 12 years old then, and I'm 22 now.
I was 24.
That's pretty insane. The series means a lot of things to a lot of people. To some, it's the worst thing ever made, but to others, it's the greatest invention in modern history. Personally, I lie somewhere in between, but regardless of your current opinion on the franchise or the community surrounding it, there's no denying its cultural influence and lasting impact have been immeasurable. And it all started with the lightning in a bottle we know as the original Five Nights at Freddy's. Looking back from where we are now, I can't help but wonder, how did this happen? To answer that question, I want to take a look at Five Nights at Freddy's and try to dissect what exactly made the original game work as well as it did, and why its popularity soared to the heights it sees itself at today. With all that said, my name is Manaxa, and today I'm gonna tell you why Five Nights at Freddy's was a perfect storm. In order to understand what made FNAF work, we first need to look
Why are you trying to climb up here?
back
Get
at
down.
what the developer was doing before it, and what the video game scene and internet were like at the time. By this point, you've certainly heard the story a million times. Scott Cawthon, struggling indie developer, spent years releasing title after title to mixed success. He was a genuinely amazing artist and was capable of making some games that were actually pretty fun, but unfortunately, none of them clicked with a larger audience. Upon submitting one of his games, Chipper & Sons Lumber Co., to be greenlit on Steam, he was met with many harsh criticisms, claiming that the stiff animation and 3D models of his characters made them come off as unintentionally creepy, robotic, and unappealing.
This is a trailer for Chipper & Sons Lumber Company on Steam Greenlight. You may notice the dead, terrifying, soulless eyes of the background characters. That's a signature of Chip and whatever the fuck it was called, Chipper & Sons. It's just all over the fucking place, and that thing looks like it's gonna kill your children.
He could have easily let this game be the nail in the coffin, ending his career as a game dev right there. In fact, he heavily considered it, as he was extremely depressed following the negative
Aw.
reception to the game. But he didn't let it destroy him completely.
It says I even had a crisis of faith. Either God didn't exist or he just hated me. Poor guy.
At rock bottom, he could only go up. And
LOL.
eventually, he was inspired by that criticism that likened his characters to robots. And as you all know, this was the catalyst for Five Nights at Freddy's. Outside of Scott's personal situation, we also need to take a peek at what horror games were like before the release of Five Nights at Freddy's. Some of the most notable horror games of the era were Slender, Outlast, Amnesia, just to name a few. These games are all great in their own right, but they all have one thing in common. You either directly fight the thing
I
that's
loved
scary,
Outlast.
or you run away from the thing that's scary.
Oh yeah,
There's nothing wrong
Outlast
with
was
this,
scary.
But part
That was
of
a
why
good one.
I think
The
FNAF
sequel
was so
was,
immediately appealing
eh.
is because it
The first
kind
one was
of
definitely
throws
good.
that formula out of the window. On top of that, the game boasted a low price tag, could run on pretty much anything, and had a simple and intuitive
Sequel
gameplay
was not
loop.
so
I
much.
personally believe
Yeah.
its release was also very well timed with what I'd call the golden age of commentary-based gaming content on YouTube, with millions of people eventually being exposed
Why
to
are
the
you
game
up here,
through
Marshmallow?
Markiplier alone, myself included. This doesn't even
I'm gonna tell you something funny. Because of the way Markiplier advertised the game, it says "Warning: Scariest." It said he's the title of the first video says "Warning: Scariest Game in Years," and for some reason that had me thinking that this was just gonna be nightmare fuel, most terrifying thing ever, and I avoided watching it for the longest. I finally watched it and I was like, this isn't that scary. I mean, it's scary, but you were making it sound like it was traumatizing scary. What the fuck, Mark?
consider the dozens of other massive content creators who played the game at its release, and I firmly believe this is the primary way through which most people learned about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
After that, it was word of mouth amongst people who had watched others play it, Skype groups, at school, on internet forums. The game spread fast. But as we all know, even if a game goes viral overnight, that's not necessarily indicative of how good the game is. The
It's like looking at you, Garden of Banban.
real judge of its quality is, of course, gonna be the game itself. Five Nights at Freddy's. The title on its own sets up the basic premise. You're gonna spend 7 nights at some place named Freddy's, and this place involves an
7
animatronic
nights of
mascot.
furries.
Cool. Combined with the music and visuals, this incredibly simple title screen effectively conveys the tone a new player should expect going into the game. It's scary. The tone is scary. To set the tone even further, once you start a new game, a newspaper shows up to clarify what exactly it is that you'll be doing. It says, "Help wanted."
I always
Freddy
wondered
Fazbear's
what
Pizza.
was so scary about this game. I watched it and I never got jump scared at all. I just said that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say it wasn't kind of scary, but yeah. It wasn't as scary as people were making it out. But I don't. It's not so much the scary parts that why I enjoy it. So yeah, I enjoy it for other reasons.
Family Pizzeria looking for a security guard to work the night shift, 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Monitor cameras, ensure safety of equipment,
It
and
was probably
animatronic
overhyped,
characters.
but
Not
that's just my
responsible
view
for
on it.
injury or dismemberment.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
$120 a week. Oh boy. Now that the expectations are set, we can go into night 1. The first night acts as the tutorial of sorts, with the phone guy we all know and love offering a bit of advice in the form of a pre-recorded message. I could sit here and talk for a while about how well put together the writing of these phone calls are from a horror and game design perspective, but I don't think it's necessary. But one thing I rarely hear people bring up is how
Hello.
funny the phone calls are. I mean, we've got lines like,
The animatronic characters here
Do get a bit quirky at
and
night.
I think the reason why these phone calls are so funny is because of the contrast between the light-hearted tone of this veteran employee telling you about company
Io, what
negligence
Freddy
and how these
doing?
robots
He
are
throwing
trying to
it
kill
back.
you, and
He
your
getting a
only
little
defense
quirky
against
at
them are
night.
2
Didn't you hear
doors,
him?
2 lights, a camera system, and a hilariously limited
Rolling
resource
on
that
the floor
dictates
laughing.
whether they even work at all. Great.
But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
And once the phone call ends, the player is on their own. Now, truthfully, the first night is pretty uneventful. In fact, it's generally possible to just sit there and do nothing and you'll win. But a new player wouldn't know that. Once the animatronics start moving, they might panic and frantically search the cameras to find out where they went. This, of course, wastes your power. If the power goes down too quickly, or if they're using too much of it, they might panic even more. The game is designed to send you into an infinite panic loop. And the funniest part is, where the animatronics are doesn't even actually matter, as long as you know when they're outside your door. But once again, a new player just wouldn't know that. They don't know anything except for what they've been told. This deceptively simple gameplay formula, based on limiting the amount of information the player receives, perfectly nurtures the most crucial characteristic of good horror: fear of the unknown. This infinite panic loop the game wants you to fall into can lead to one of 3 outcomes. The first option is, of course, stop panicking and rationally approach your survival from a resource management perspective.
They're
how
not
you
gonna do
win the
that.
game. The second option is to get so lost in your panic that you
Lock
don't
TF
even
in.
notice when something
Yep.
sneaks right past your defenses and into your office. The third option, the most terrifying option, is running out of power.
Uh-oh.
Losing all of your power comes from a bunch of conscious decisions the player had to make over the course of the night. It could be some optimization you chose not to make, a misunderstanding of an
Option
animatronic's
1 and
position,
3.
letting Foxy hit your door one too many times, or a number of
Say,
different
"Hey, man, you up?"
scenarios. You might not even realize at the time of a mistake that you've done anything wrong. But once the power gets low, that dread that precedes the blackout, knowing that you could have done better, but didn't, knowing that it's your fault, that is amazing horror. But what happens now that the power is off? The game gives you a second to think about the possibilities in the dark.
Good job,
Until
idiot. You doomed us
Pete
all.
shows up. And you know the rest. Another thing I really like is the clock. Scott could have easily just put an analog clock in the office that gives you a precise read on what time it is, but the thing is, he didn't. He put the clock on the HUD and made it only tick up by an hour at a time. It's not precise at all. This might seem like a minor detail, but it means you don't ever know what exactly the time is, only approximately what time it is. Once it gets to 5 a.m., every second feels like a minute as you agonizingly wait for the clock to strike 6. This added tension works really well combined with the existing tension from managing your power, and it's especially tense when you fail to manage your power and it goes out at 5 a.m. By that point, you have no clue exactly how close you are to finishing the night. You might win, or you might lose. You're left to the mercy of the game.
Get your ass off of my bed, away from my food. Sorry, yelling at a cat.
As the nights progress, you naturally learn more about how the game works, like how Bonnie approaches from the left, Chica from the right, Foxy sprints down the hall on your left.
Rolling
and
on
by
the
the
floor
start of
laughing
night
bad
3, you
marshmallow.
are probably feeling
Oh
like
no,
you're
it wasn't
finally
Marshmallow,
starting
it was
to get the
her
hang of it.
mom, Kitty Poo.
Until Freddy starts moving.
Yesterday I had a steak and she tried to do what she did. She tried to do what she did to my mom the other night, which was snatch the whole entire thing off of my plate. I mean, she's hard-headed and she is crazy. She keeps trying to steal food.
He hides from the camera as he approaches the office,
Smiling
making
face
it hard
with
to
open
identify
mouth
where
and
he
cold
is.
sweat.
And every time he moves,
Yeah.
he laughs, almost as if he's taunting you. Once he actually gets to the office, he doesn't even show up at the door first like Bonnie and Chica do, he just comes in. Freddy is specifically designed to throw a wrench into your understanding of the game and completely shatter any sense of knowing what's going on.
Stop knocking
that
my
you
garbage
might
can
have
over,
thought
guys.
that you had. It makes you panic all over again, and I think that's pretty damn cool game design. Moving on to night 4, we get one last phone call from Phone Guy.
I always wondered what was in all those empty heads back there. You know. Oh no.
And he dies at the hands of the animatronics. From a storytelling perspective, this is terrifying because he was supposed to be the veteran giving you advice. If he can't even survive, what does that mean for you? Now you're really on your own. But by that point, you're probably not as afraid of the unknown or the game in general anyways, since a lot of the unknown is known by this point. The nights are getting harder and harder, enough to the point where the challenge of the game begins to kind of overtake being scared by it. Nights 5 and 6 are where the difficulty reaches its peak, unless you do the custom night, and with that, you get paid, and that's it. The game ends.
Good job, sport.
Of course, as scary as the gameplay may be designed to be, none of that would matter if the atmosphere was underwhelming. And I'm sure
I hope that
many
paycheck
people
was
would agree
worth
with me
it.
when I say Five Nights at Freddy's does atmosphere extremely well. The game takes place in a rundown 90s kids pizzeria that honestly looks so decrepit that it's a miracle the place is still in business. The setting is meant to give you nostalgia for places like Chuck E. Cheese and Showbiz Pizza that utilized these same mascot characters to appeal to kids. I think turning a place that's meant for children into a horror game setting really creates this contrast between expectation and reality that amplifies how off everything feels. And that might sound like a really dumb and tired thing to say right now, but you gotta remember, Five Nights at Freddy's kind of pioneered this, and many games since have followed in the wake to varying degrees of success trying to replicate this atmosphere, which just goes to show how well it worked. I also want to dedicate a brief moment to discuss the animatronic designs. It's easy to forget about the original characters with how many dozens upon dozens there are in the franchise now, but these original designs, they're simple, they have distinguishable silhouettes, unique colors and features per character. It's genuinely impressive how good they are when you take a second to dwell on them. Moving on to the sound design, I mean, I don't even have to say how good the sound design is, just listen. You all know it, you've all heard it, this is the FNAF 1 ambience, and it's peak. But honestly, that isn't what I like most about the sound design. What I really like is all the little things you hear, like Foxy humming, the sound of the carousel, Chica banging pots in the kitchen, the buzzing of the desk fan across from you, the miscellaneous sounds are what really sell the atmosphere. Most of these sounds seldom mean anything, they're purely superficial. But once again, a new player doesn't know that. In an environment this tense and unnerving, any little sound you hear will make you question if something's about to happen or if you might have done something wrong. Obviously, there's no way I can mention the sound design without talking about the jump scare and the Toreador March. Both of these are so unbelievably iconic, they are probably the sounds most universally associated with Five Nights at Freddy's as a whole. With regards to the Toreador March, Scott could have just made it so that Freddy just jumps out at you after the power goes out. In fact, that's probably what the average player expects going into their first blackout. But instead, he took it an extra step up and made Freddy walk up to your door and start playing a happy-sounding music box song. Once again, we have that contrast I talked about earlier, juxtaposing joyful music with a creepy, off-putting atmosphere and the obvious sense of looming death is how you make something feel scary. It builds tension, resulting in an experience that's way better, or worse, than if Freddy were to just straight up jump scare you. I don't think there's much to say about the jump scare noise itself, though I find it very funny that such a non-robotic scream could come from an animatronic. Though, all things considered, that really shouldn't be all that surprising. By this point, I think I've made a pretty clear-cut case as to why Five Nights at Freddy's worked so well. It's simply a genuinely well-designed piece of horror. But a game being well put together isn't all that it needs to blow up and maintain its popularity after the fact. I won't deny that the game being good is a crucial factor, of course it is, but what you really need is some kind of unique charm that it brings to the table that nothing else has. Something that has people dying for more. For Five Nights at Freddy's, that was the lore. Throughout the game, there are many secrets and Easter eggs alluding to a case of 5 missing children. Naturally, this being a kids' restaurant, the idea of 5 kids going missing is pretty upsetting, but also intriguing.
Hey, Seal!
Between the secret posters, Phone Guy's mention of a bite of 87, random text that says, "It's me," and a rare secret 5th character, the stage was set for a story that was, for better or for worse, much deeper than we could have ever imagined at the time. The real reason why
Was
Five
that the
Nights at
bite of
Freddy's took off
87?
was
That's the
speed
bite
at
of
which Scott was
87?
able to produce more games and in turn deliver more on the story he hooked people with. He made games so fast, it didn't even have time to die, which is a genuinely, extremely impressive feat many have tried and failed to reproduce. Every time a new game was in the works, he'd release teasers on his website, keeping the hype alive and uniting the community in efforts to make new theories about what they might mean. The phenomenon was so awesome that I already...
And I remember back when we were, like waiting on him to put up the next game, how everybody would say, "Oh, there's a new update on his website, check it out," and they would find the little, Easter egg in the advertisement of the upcoming game. I remember waiting on people, uncovering the next, hints and stuff like that.
already have a whole video talking about it. Every time a new game came out, people were eager
Before
to
I saw
confirm or
gameplay
deny.
of it, I assumed the animatronics moved at real time, lol.
Theories that they had over the story, and a lot of the time our understanding would be completely
Oh, there it
upended
is.
by a new release.
Let the
And
bite
this
of
still happens to this day. But he never satisfied them completely. After all, if we just knew the entire story of Five Nights at Freddy's, wouldn't that be kind of boring?
He said it.
Isn't
He
it
said the
Yeah.
fun
thing.
to
He
try
said
and
the
figure it out
thing.
yourself? I remember when Five Nights at Freddy's was just one game.
Huzzah.
One game I played on my iPad at a restaurant. One game I talked to friends at school about when teasers for FNAF 2 started. One game I watched countless hours of MatPat and Pretty Grumpy Bear and Dawko theories on. One game that I've watched Markiplier play at least 5 times through. And now, look how far we've come. The community has managed to substantiate a dozen full games, multiple spin-offs, novels, an ongoing series of movie adaptations, and most importantly, thousands of fan projects, including games, music, fan art, fan fiction, entire short films, and infinitely more. None of this would have been possible without the community that was there to support the games when they came out, to uncover the secrets they were hiding,
And way
explore
too many analog
everything they
horror
had to
stuff.
offer.
Yeah.
None of it would have been possible without you and me. No matter how you feel about Five Nights at Freddy's, I think that's pretty goddamn cool. And that's the end of the video. Shorter one than usual. I apologize for being kinda late to the party with an anniversary video. I was busy moving and I got distracted by other projects, etc.
Okay, that was Why FNAF 1 Still Holds Up 10 Years Later by... Was that same Manaxa? Now we will move on to Tattletale Should Have Been the Face of Mascot Horror.
Alright, Halloween is over. So you know what that means. Thanksgiving! Christmas! Oh,
Thanksgiving,
man.
Christmas!
I can't wait to see what presents I got this year. Guess I'll just have to wait till Christmas to open them.
I think the concept of mascots being wholesome at daytime and absolute monsters
Let me
at
just
night
open
can make for
one
great horror
present.
and
Oh,
comedy.
Look, nobody even noticed that it's gone. It's fine. Alright, let's see here. Hey, is that my Swords and Sandals video? What's this doing in here? What? 270,000? Quick, how many subs do I have? This is the greatest day ever. In all
Cool.
seriousness, though,
I wish I had numbers like
for all
that.
the support on that video. If you told me that one of my videos would get nearly 300,000 views, I'd probably be like, wow,
Same.
that's so great. But I'd also think you were playing an April Fool's prank on me, so then I would be like, why would you do that to me, man? It really means a lot that so many people are resonating with this video, in the same way that I resonated with the Swords and Sandals series. I've been reading all your comments, and I am very grateful. As far as Swords and Sandals goes, you're definitely going to see more of the series in the future. I just plan to release other videos on both Flash and non-Flash games as well in the meantime. Like this one, that you're watching right now. I just hope you'll stick around through all of it because we're going to cover a lot of ground. Especially in December. I have big plans for that month. Anyways, where was I? Wow, what a perfect gift. So perfect, in fact, that how about I just open up one more? Come on, it's just one more. Nobody will even notice that it's gone. As well. Alright, let's see here.
Me Tattletale, me love you.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. When you think of the phrase mascot horror, what comes to mind? FNAF? Yeah, FNAF comes to mind.
Yeah.
Too. Where was I going with this? Mascot horror. It's a genre that hasn't really had the best reputation as of late, but when it's good, It's so good. Bendy and the Ink Machine, The Man of the Adventurer,
Yeah.
Baldi's Basics, My Friendly Neighborhood. Hell, even Poppy Playtime has improved drastically since its first chapter. But there was always
It
one
has?
game that never quite got the long-lasting success that other contributions to the genre ended up getting. And that game was Tattletale. Tattletale is a first-person horror survival game that puts you in the shoes of a kid in the 90s who's about to receive the greatest present of his life for Christmas. Tattletale. Or I guess I should say the worst present of his life, because, yeah, this thing's a real pain. Like many other mascot horror games, Tattletale takes inspiration from something fun and wholesome in real life and makes it super evil and scary. The inspiration for this game comes from Furbies, which I
Obviously.
don't have to explain what they are, right? Right? Okay, fine, I'll do it. God. Furbies were toys marketed to children of the late 90s as interactive, lifelike robotic pets that were just so cute.
Sesame Street
Allegedly.
/Furbies.
I don't think they're cute. You didn't need me to tell you any of that. I mean, just look at the two side by side. What could be wrong with this little guy? Furbies aren't evil. As far as I know, they look way more evil and scary than Tattletale ever could. Just looking at the title screen,
Gremlins.
though, it looks like we're about to see exactly
Gremlins.
what's wrong with this little guy. The game begins on December 20th, 1998, and we wake up from our slumber to open up one of our Christmas presents early. Why? Because we're a super badass, that's why. We don't have time to wait around till Christmas. That's a whole 5 nights away. Wait, okay, first things first, this game is dark. And not like content-wise, I mean like,
It's
I
either
can't
that
see
or
anything. I
Krampus
actually thought I did
Child.
the brightness
Choose
slider
one.
wrong at first, it was
Uh-oh.
so dark. You mean to tell me this is how it's supposed to look like? Well, if it's how the game is meant to be played, then that's how we're gonna play it. Guess I just gotta deal with it. Or sorry, deal with... Yo, my room is awesome. I wish I had a giant poster of a tiger, or a giant poster of marbles. Those are cool, I guess. Is this someone's ashes? Why do I have this in my room? Or maybe this is one of my ops, and I'm keeping it on my dresser like a trophy. I'm cold-blooded. Hold shift to run. Careful! It makes noise. Wait, maybe I shouldn't say that so loud. As you'll see in a bit, noise is your worst enemy in this game. So while you have the option to run, you're not really gonna be doing a whole lot of it. You can walk around all you want though, even though walking sounds just as loud. Now, if I was a present, where would I be? How about under the Christmas tree? Okay, ambience. Could you tone it down a bit? I'm trying to sing this lullaby. Well, the present wasn't under the tree, so I guess
Ha,
the game
what
wants me
was
to go
that
down the
noise?
scary basement with the door
LOL.
wide open and all the lights on. That makes sense. What you watching there? You know, that's a great program. All the way in the back of the basement is your present, which is... What? No way, Tattletale? You shouldn't have. No, really, Mom and Dad. You shouldn't have. This is Tattletale. And, yeah, he kind of sucks. He really eats? What is this, The Sims? I'm not giving you a treat. I pay good money for my Cheez-Its. Oh, God, never mind. Where's the fridge? Where is it?
Right.
Hello? Mom, you gotta help me. This thing wants to eat all of our food, and I forgot where the fridge is.
Give me a treat.
Fine, Mom, be that way. I'll just find it on my... Oh, it was just completely covered in shadows. That's why I couldn't find it. God, how did I miss this? It's like the biggest fridge I've ever seen. Or maybe I'm the smallest me I've ever seen. It's all about perspective. Alright, you had some of my Cheez-Its from the fridge. Now what? I have to brush you now? Did I clock in for all this work I'm doing? Wrap Tattletale back up. Kid, I don't know if you asked for this, but if you did, the toys you
Maybe
like,
parents
they
got
suck.
this so it's
Get you
impossible
some
for
Legos or
children to
something. You don't
sneak
gotta put yourself
around.
through this. Okay,
Good
game.
point.
Now you're just trolling me. And you are too. I didn't sign up for this.
Be tired.
You said that already. Throughout the game, you'll get access to...
Be tired.
What I was trying to say was... Throughout the game, you'll come across a variety of Easter eggs that you can collect. Like this one.
What?
Chewed dog food. All of them are kind of
Ew.
gross, actually. Like, look at this. Fingernail clippings.
Ew.
Used bandage.
Ew.
Rabbit's foot. Ew, game. Ew. Anyways,
Okay, well, a
that's
rabbit's
enough
foot
headache
is
for
a
one night.
lucky
It's time to catch
keychain.
some Z's. Hello?
Don't answer that
Gross.
phone.
Who is it?
Bro, can't you read instructions that said don't answer it?
I think I'm just gonna go to bed now.
What a
And
weird family to
leave
have
our
all
front
that
door
except
wide
the
open.
rabbit foot.
Night 2
That's
starts off
cool.
with a strange clunking noise. I already established the fact that we're a super badass, so you already know we're about to investigate it.
Mom, did you hear that? It's a clunking noise. It's really loud. I can't sleep. Can you look at the clunking noise with me, Mom?
No? Alright, well, at least I can have some cereal. How athletic is this kid?
Holy
I'm not
shit.
even as tall as the kitchen counter, but I can jump right over it, no problem. Pricks? What kind of name is that? Is that the Pricks right there? The Grand Pricks? Excuse me, let
That
me
boy
just
got
walk around
hops.
aimlessly in the dark
Right?
for a sec. The clunky noise in question turns out to be a late night load of laundry. Let me just turn that off so I can go back to bed. That's not laundry, that's Tattletale. What's he doing over there? Now, we've already been acquainted.
What are you doing in the dryer, Tattletale? You're not a laundry.
With two of Tattletale's needs, but the last one, his battery, might be the worst one to keep track of. While the food and groom meters go down faster than the battery, the fridge and the brush are pretty close to each other, and you can do them back to back if you need to. The charging station, however, is in the basement, and that's a problem because if you haven't noticed already, Tattletale makes a lot of noise. So getting all the way to the basement just to charge him, now that's a fool's errand. If I didn't have to worry about the noise level, I'd keep him like this, to be honest. When he's low on battery, it sounds like he off a perk. Like, are you good, Tattletale? Well, I guess he wouldn't be, because he's low on battery. Now, you may be wondering,
Bubber Tubber, why would we charge his battery so he can keep making more noise? Shouldn't we just let his battery die so he shuts up?
well, then we wouldn't have a very fun game on our hands now, would we? If we're running with that logic, might as well just go back to bed and stay there for the whole night. That'd be safer. Let's have some fun.
Great
You gonna tell
way
me we
to
weren't having
teach a
fun
child
already? Check out this face.
responsibility.
This looks like fun. All right,
Introduce
Tattletale, let's...
stress.
Tattletale! The lights may be out, but it's not like they were very helpful in the first place. And
Yeah.
look, we get a flashlight. Just shake it up and boom! Now we're getting somewhere. Task, oh no. Hello?
Task, oh
Who's
no!
there? Alright. Mom, there was something really scary in the basement. Can you... Never mind.
Mom must have been knocked out on wine
Must
and
have been the wind,
Valium.
am I right? Well, night 2 started with a fun clunking noise. Night 3 starts with this awful grinding noise. Mom, can you cut that out? Of course not. Alright, let's see what this sound was. I think I'm gonna just head out. This is Mama Tattletale, who is the mama of Tattletale. Allegedly. I don't like her very much, but the show must go on.
Your
Here,
mother
try
and
this on
teacher
for
are too
size.
drunk, child. Fight these unimaginable horrors yourself. Mom had 2 Nabby Stella Rose shots.
Uh-huh. While Mama gives her Gettysburg Address or whatever over there, it looks like Tattletale's made a mess upstairs. Tattletale, you didn't even make anything cool with this. You also don't have any hands, so I don't
How
know
are you doing?
did this.
Yeah, how are you doing this?
I don't know why you'd ever want to see that thing. Oh wait, it's your mom.
Where's Mama?
Where's Mama?
Don't want to know, to be honest. We wrapped
Me
Tattletale back up and go to
tired.
clean up his mess upstairs. How has this present remained intact the whole time? We've wrapped him up like 3 times at this point.
Mama is drunk, Tattletale.
I think I found your mom,
Me
Tattletale. For whatever
yappers.
reason, Mama just does not like us. Maybe she's jealous of
Me
how
yappers.
awesome and spectacular we are. I don't know. It's a very common thing these days. Whatever you do when Mama's around, just make sure it doesn't involve noise. So running? That's out of the question. I'll let you shake the flashlight once or twice, but no more than that. Jumping though? Oh, you can jump all day long. Mama only attacks when you make noise.
Oh, and he was talking about the tricks is called pricks. I just noticed the Reese Puff knockoff is called just Puffies.
Oh, okay. This night isn't so bad. All you have to do is pick up the mess and then head to bed. I'm not looking at you. The 23rd starts with Tattletale just spouting nonsense, to be honest. Mom, you hear that? Tattletale's flapping his gums again, like usual. One day she'll love me. It looks like Tattletale's
One
got a
day
friend.
she'll love me.
Was he also in the basement? How many of these things are my parents
I can
planning to
hear
give
the
me for
jingle, oh
Christmas?
God.
One is more than enough, I can assure you. Grab Tattletale? Maybe this guy's an op. Don't worry, Tattletale, I'll save you. Get away from him, you scoundrel. Corrupting the mind of my friend over here. What's wrong with you? Oh, never mind. It is a friend. False alarm, guys. Put the switches down. Alright, well, let's play hide and seek then. Oh. I thought we were seeking, but it looks like we're actually hiding.
Uh-oh.
Looking after you.
And that's quite alright, actually.
Oh, you got eated.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to think he's an op. We'll keep the switches
Yeah.
on standby. Now that we have Tattletale again, avoiding
Eat it.
Mama's gonna be a lot harder to do.
Yeah.
On top of the light being a problem, you have to make sure that Tattletale's needs are being met, or you're cooked. These meters be going down fast too. Like, slow down, man. I only have so many Cheez-Its.
How fast is your metabolism, bro?
Thanks for letting me know where you were with that laugh, man. That was really good. Really good strategy. What? We can't do it again.
I wonder how these things move.
That's a good
Do
question.
What to Mama? Okay, I'm just gonna sit in this bush until the time is up.
Give me a treat.
Oh, we're done. Alright, just run. We're going this way. Just kidding. Phew. Tattletale, you're not doing so good.
Give me a treat. Give me a treat. Give me a treat.
Good lord. And this is something people buy for fun? And not the game, the toy. The game is very fun. Mom,
Yeah.
are you gonna talk to me now? Why do I even bother? Oh, hey, man. Another round? If you say so. Alright, Mama, what you got this time?
Hi, Mama.
Wait,
In the bedroom.
what?
Okay. Bye-bye.
You backstabbing son of a... I knew he was an op this whole time. Okay, I could handle 30 seconds or a minute, but 1.5 minutes? Now you're
Go
asking
away,
too much.
sweetie.
Maybe if I just...
Mama is
She's
getting her
not
happy
there,
pills from the
she'll go
Shadow
away.
Men.
Tattletale, maybe this wouldn't be so difficult if we could just sit in the dark for 5 seconds without you needing to say,
Rush me.
Rush
how smug he
me.
looks. He knows what he's doing. Are you serious, Mama? How do you expect me to walk around when you're camping? I've got mouths to feed. You know what? Out of sight, out of mind. Hang on, let me just... Wait, don't
Rush
come any
me or
closer.
crush me.
This one's not looking so good. Oh, yeah, there she goes. And, well, Tattletale, we tried our best, didn't we?
Give me a
Punt
treat.
me.
What? Okay, I don't know how that
Punt
works.
me.
Where's the megaphone? After we find our friend for the third time, or I guess I should say our mortal enemy for the third time, I didn't forget about what you did. We get a VHS tape that we can play on the TV in our room. That's how you know you made it, man. I ain't never had anything like
Right.
that growing up. Good for you, kid, who's supposed to be me in this game. Never mind. All right, let's see what this VHS has on it.
Creepy.
Am I interrupting something? Why can I interact with a VHS anyways? Mama not available. That's okay. I didn't want her anyway. How
VHS
about play?
tape. Millennial times.
Yup.
What happened here? What the? Wait, where's Mama?
There's a dead guy.
What the hell? Are you okay, sir? Wait, no, wait.
Okay.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
That's gotta be the worst alarm I've ever heard. Does that make it a good alarm? Anyways, on Christmas Eve, Tattletale says he wants to throw a party for Mama. Why would you want to do that, man? She's killed me like...
Would you rather have wake up, wake up, wake up, or would you rather have the good old fashioned
3 times in this video. Looks like there is a party down here after all, so... Here you go, Tattletale.
More.
Always more of you, isn't
Mar?
it? What about my needs, Tattletale? You don't think I get hungry sometimes? You don't think I want some
The loud
Cheez-Its?
beep
Always
sound.
thinking about yourself.
Oh, the
Great. Alright, mister, you're coming to the party with me.
Honestly, both make me wanna fling them into a
You know I don't
fireplace.
have to bring you to the party, right?
Fair
This is where
enough,
the
fair,
game's
fair.
difficulty starts really ramping up.
Yes,
These other
the
Tattletales just say random stuff when you walk with them, which means that at any
Uh-oh.
point, you could just be making all the noise in the world, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Mama's watching.
You think I don't know that? After you round up all the Tattletales in the basement, you gotta go grab some party supplies. Because what's a party without some supplies?
Mama hates you.
She hates me because she ain't me, Tattletale. I don't know
That's
what to tell
right.
you. You know, Tattletale, maybe you could just tell me to grab everything at once instead of running back and forth with one item every time. No? Okay. We got the cupcakes, we got the lights. Now, I just need to bring these candles down here so we can have a...
Wow.
Couldn't
A
have said it
se-
better myself. I got a comment from
A
a guy saying
seance.
how sinful it was for me to have said, "Oh my God," in the last video, and I don't think I want to know what he say about this. Yeah, the party they were throwing for Mama is actually a ritual to destroy him. What was all that about yesterday then, Yellow Tattletale? Were you a double agent? Yeah, I guess I'll light the candles. Can you really stop doing that with your eyes? Ugh. Alright, we've gotten this far, so no point in turning back now. Survive the ritual? I'll try.
No more mama!
What happened? Conniving Mama you. In a last-ditch effort to thwart her children's plans, Mama took away all the ritual candles and put them all in vases? How'd she do that? This is effectively the game's final boss. You're trapped in the basement with Mama, and she never goes away. Thankfully, you don't have to take care of Tattletale for this section, but that doesn't really make it any easier. Every time you break a vase, it makes noise. You
Yeah.
have to make sure she's not near you when you break them. Since the basement is kind of small though, that's easier said than done.
Yep.
This night is a test of your patience more than anything. I don't know if this was intentionally programmed like this, but on all the runs of this night I did, I had
Mama
to break
is a demon.
every single vase in the basement. Am I just
I think that's what's
unlucky or
implied. She's something evil.
something? Oh, Mama's done enough coming for tonight. Wait, that sounds bad. The whole time I was trying to keep an ear out for a Mama could be. I had to listen to the Tattletale Children's Choir over here just saying
No more
Mama is your
mama!
actual
and
mama.
over again. Once you find all the candles though, just place them back where they belong and watch the magic unfold. Or sorry, observe the ceremony.
Yeah.
I guess it's up to me to destroy it. See you later, Mama. What?
Face without mouth.
Hooray, presents! Mom, I summoned a demon. I'm done with this bit. It's finally Christmas Day, and you can tell it's Christmas Day because it's daytime. And because it's Christmas Day, it's finally time to open our present. This is the first time we'll be doing it too. Isn't this great? The front door is just open again.
Mom,
who's doing this?
I
Surely,
summoned a demon.
On Christmas Day, Mom will come out of her room. Mom? Okay. I can't even knock on the door this time. I can't even do the bit again if I wanted. And you know I wanted. Alright, the moment of truth is here. What is my present? Is someone there?
Oh, it's so
Oh my days.
slow.
It's
Can I
Daddy.
help you?
Run.
It's Daddy.
It feels like
Someone's
wants to
watching.
sell me something!
Wants to sell me something.
Okay, we're
Dad,
opening it for
you're
real
back
this
with the
time.
milk.
No looking back. What?
I told you he was onto us.
No, this is
Yeah,
so
I told
wrong.
you he was
It
onto
can't
us.
end like that. Well, you're right. I mean, it can end like that. But
That's the
I
bad
just don't
ending.
want that. Remember those Easter eggs I brought up earlier? That's how you can get the true ending.
Yeah, you gotta
I don't know
collect
which ones
all
I
of
don't
them.
have those, so I guess that means I have to play the game again. How about I don't
Yeah.
answer the phone this time? I didn't really like that call anyways. Old napkin. That'll pair perfectly with my pencil shavings and broken crayon. A phone call on Christmas Eve? Curiosity killed the cat, but the cat will still have 8 lives after, right?
This is to wish you and your family the best this holiday season and a happy new year. Information call 1-800
And the happy.
Happy Holidays.
All
I
right
think
then.
that message was actually worse than the other one. All right,
Don't
last
forget
egg
the pill
is in your
bottle and
stocking on
Daddy's
Christmas
angry
Day.
belt.
And what could compare
Oh,
to
Lord.
Very
receiving
important.
Cupcake wrapper in your stocking? I can't think of something. Wait, 21? Which one did I miss? Are you serious? Missing sock. Yeah, that was definitely missing. All right, now we got all the eggs. It's time to open up our present for real this time. Hello? Okay, we already did this joke.
Yeah.
Look who it is! our dearest friend, Tattletale. In exchange for being just the coolest person he's ever met, Tattletale gives us not one, but 2 presents. His tag,
Oh my
which means
lord.
he must really like you! And a sweet golden flashlight. You love it. How'd they know? I do love it. Wake up your mom? My mom exists?
Oh, my avatar's freaking out. Sorry.
Thank you.
Did you hear Mom yawn? Oh.
Just kidding, guys. Mom doesn't exist after all. Now that's gotta be it, right? I mean, we've seen it all. We got all the Easter eggs and we saved the day. Now, while we may have gotten Tattletale to like us and found out our mom is a flashbang, that's not it for this game. Oh no, we haven't even entered
The Kaleidoscope.
The Kaleidoscope is a free DLC for the game that expands on the lore that we only barely got to see in the base game, as well as diversifying its gameplay loop. Hopefully, it will give us more answers
Matilda,
on
sweetie, I
whatever
was
this
having
was.
a
So
divine
what are we
dream
waiting
of
for?
torment.
Let's go, team.
Hey,
This time
isn't
around,
that
the
the
game
gift
just
I
starts
made
up on
for
Christmas
you?
Day. How nice of them. Hey, Tattletale, what's up, man?
It's me, Tattletale. I'm fun.
What the hell's gone into Tattletale? Why is he nonchalant now?
Why
After
is
we
he
feed and
depressed?
brush him, Tattletale asks
Yes,
if we want
Mom.
to do activities. Well, that sounds fun, Tattletale. What are we gonna do? Break more vases? Learn a fact? Oh, great.
Yay, an educational toy.
A-P spells a word.
You're not wrong on that. Just like how you hit
Technically the
100%
truth.
of the shots you don't miss. People don't really know that these days.
Dinosaurs may look scary, but they are dead.
Eventually, though,
But they are
Will
dead.
Square.
Hello? Mom, is that
MC
you?
equals
Who
square.
keeps opening this? Whatever. It looks like there's a package for me. And I know that because it says, it's for you. In this package comes the first of a collection of mysterious notes from someone. Looks like our character's memory is all messed up and we gotta... Ow! I played this game in total darkness, so anytime I would
delivered
finish
that
reading a note, my
UPS?
entire room would light up. Well, we went backwards
Love it.
again,
Ah!
but Tattletale's still nonchalant. Let's check out the basement. Ah! What are you doing here, Mama? Is everything okay? I'm sorry? I'm gonna be more confused at the end of this, aren't I? This is definitely wrong. Mama Tattletale wasn't nice. She was banned, right? Is that what he calls it? If you can't remember how things really happened, Tattletale be weird and boring forever. I don't know, game. I kind of like this version of Tattletale. He's pretty funny. But I guess we'll go back another night. Ow.
Yeah, he's not yelling at me to groom him and feed him.
God, can we stop doing that?
I like
Yes,
muted
Tattletale
boy.
appear in our room again, which is definitely wrong from how it went down in the base game.
My egg is gone.
Which one is yours again?
My egg is
Or maybe
gone.
yours was used bandage. We don't have to look very far to find the egg thief, though. Let's see which one it was. Oh, not again. Uh-oh. Your memories are becoming weirdly, cute. Okay, one, I just don't agree with that. And two, is that a bad thing? I think somebody recorded over Christmas 1998. What, in my brain? What do they got up there? Plankton? Stop. Tattletale, I don't know if I can keep doing this. Back to the basement we go. It's like seeing an old friend at this point.
Let's tell a joke.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana
who?
Bananas are a good source of potassium.
That joke sucked.
I'm so glad that you stopped me from moving for that. What is this? Ketchup City?
What?
See, Tattletale? That's
Rolling
how you
on
do
the
a
floor
joke.
laughing.
Hey, Mama, can you stop making that noise, please? Hey, Tattletale, can you stop making that noise, please? Taz? Well, I guess we can just take care of Tattletale in the meantime, then. What? Is there two mamas? There is a place you can find what's changing your memory, but it's really dangerous. It's called
The Kaleidoscope.
Ooh, I want to go. We're going to avoid it at all costs. Oh, this kid's life only exists from December 20th to December 25th, 1998. Hey, Tattletale, if you're out here, then who's in
there?
Oh, it's clothes.
Wash your clothes before drying.
You know, when you put it like that...
We fixed it.
Oh, you fixed it? That's nice. If Tattletale still isn't normal on December 20th, you may have to use...
The Kaleidoscope.
Oh boy, the worst part is I can't even promise it will work. Yo, this kaleidoscope thing sounds like it sucks. We finally make it all the way back to the 20th, which I guess is our last chance for Tattletale to be annoying again. To be.
It's me, Tattletale.
Well, I guess he's not fixed. My thoughts exactly. Alright, well, let's just get the note. You can't remember anything about
Man,
Tattletale
Mom is
before
a
this
deep
night,
sleeper.
can you? Dang.
Right.
I got him on the 20th. What other memories would I have of him? Now we get a choice. Do we go back to bed and keep nonchalant Tattletale? Or do we go through the kaleidoscope to remember what happened? The door is dangerous. The
Right.
bed is cold. I'm just glad I don't have to pick this time. Did you write that out? Whatever. I didn't play a DLC called the Kaleidoscope to not go into the Kaleidoscope. So, let's
Right.
go. The more time you spend in the Kaleidoscope, the more your memories can change. Isn't that what I'm trying to do? That sounds excellent then. On second thought, how many
Permanently.
stairs are there?
Stairs can go up or down.
Wait, are you serious? Oh my god, he's right. Is there anybody there?
What is that?
Whoa.
Suddenly your mother is a clown who jungles chainsaws.
What is going on here? What? More stairs?
Damn, Mom, what'd you put in my
That's
chocolate
outside.
milk?
Defective unit, huh? I don't know, guys. Something's wrong here. I don't even know where to go. The basement is just gone. After playing the base game, the Kaleidoscope looks like an entirely different universe. I mean, I guess
Chalky
it
milk.
is an entirely different
Yee.
universe, but you know what I'm saying. Rather than being confined to just the original house, the Kaleidoscope takes a more linear approach with winding corridors and seemingly endless rooms all on the same path. Hairbrushes, charging stations, and even fridges are just strewn about the place, so you're able to take care of Tattletale while you walk
She
through.
replaced
It's an
your
extremely
milk
impressive
with
visual, all
water.
things considered. So,
Ew, chocolate water, gross.
Photo. Thanks. Walk
What is that, the
around aimlessly
factory
for a
it
while
was
and
made
finally
in?
make it down to a
Dasani
corridor
water.
We are not alone.
where we are not alone.
Dasani.
Apparently. In that case, how about I just start running? How does that sound? Eventually, you find a VHS tape next to another note that explains that in order to get your memories back, you'll have to watch its contents. Well, what are we waiting for? Open it up. No TV needed. Just look at it.
Baby talking Tattletale.
It'll project the images into your mind.
She's your best friend. She was never banned.
What?
Baby talking tattle, baby talking tattle, baby talking tattle, baby talking tattle.
You know, Tattletale, that ad wasn't as good as your last one. There weren't any dead guys in it. Watching this new ad takes us back to the 20th, though, where, oh boy, we're gonna go open our Christmas present early. Why? Because we're a super badass, that's why. Come on, get with the program. And look, Tattletale's annoying again. I guess that means
Yay.
everything's fixed now. What? I said, I guess that means everything's fixed now. There we go.
Let's tell a joke.
Wait, you still tell jokes?
Knock knock.
Well, who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? Oh.
Orange, you protect someone.
Oh, I didn't forget about you. You don't gotta tell me twice, game. I'm already out of here.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was actually good. Ah!
Okay, maybe I went a little bit too fast there.
Oh god,
What the?
never do that joke again, goth
Nobody's
lol.
home. This is actually pretty hard. Since you're moving down a linear path, there will be
Oh,
points where you just have to walk past
Orange, you
lava.
glad I didn't
And
say
since the
banana,
refill
yeah.
stations are randomly dispersed throughout, you might not get a chance to keep Tattletale satisfied. Like, look at this. Where the hell is the brush? You eventually get the hang of it, though, and jump right back through that portal.
Happily,
And by
I'm
jump
very
back through that
grateful.
portal, I mean, stand still and wait for the circle to close while Mama pleads for you to come back. When you put it like that, Mama, I'm leaving you. Time to open my present for
Don't
the 50th
leave
time.
me.
We're not doing this again.
You fixed me.
Hooray! Another note? Wow, I'm impressed. You did a lot better than I did. If that was a lot better than you, I would have hated to see how you did.
Tell a joke.
Uh-oh. Who's there?
Me.
Me who? Wait.
Huh? What's happening?
Back up, bro. Back up.
Me
Don't do a joke,
love
goth
you.
XD.
Me loves you.
Tattletale, you little rascal, you. Not gonna lie, guys. I have no idea what that whole game was even about. I mean, like, I know, but like, I feel like I don't know. So
Yeah.
what went wrong here? Nothing, actually. No, really. This is a good game, guys. The
Suuru,
graphics and
why
the
are the
sound design
toys evil?
perfectly complement each other. And for a game that's largely based on sound, that's really important. Even the random ambient noises are fun. The aesthetic of the game is top-notch. The house weirdly feels lived in and empty at the same time, which is excellent if you're trying to make a horror game that also takes place inside a family home. Add that distinct 90s feel, throw in some VHS tapes, and it really feels like I'm a kid playing with his Christmas present late at night. Speaking of his present, Tattletale is annoying, but
Yeah.
that's on purpose, and he still stands as an excellent companion and challenge for the game. He doesn't even have that many lines, but he just feels alive when you travel with him. His design is excellent. He looks way better than the Furbies he's paying homage to. I know
Yeah.
I said that my guy's choice of toys sucks, but if I was him, I think Tattletale was awesome too. Side note, I just can't get enough of this flashlight shaking mechanic. I could do that all day. Mama as the
It makes a
antagonist
satisfying
not only makes sense
rattling
from a lore
sound.
perspective, I think, but also a gameplay one. As the way she
The
attacks
flashlight
directly
also
preys
the flashlight also doubles as a STEM toy.
on the players and Tattletale's needs. She's never too hard of a challenge to beat, but I'd be lying if I didn't feel the tension whenever one of Tattletale's meters is about to run out, and you hear
Yeah.
the grinding noise right next to you. And whenever you hear her move, that's gotta be top
Informative
5.
smiling
Top
face
5 of
with
what?
open
I
mouth
don't know,
and
but
cold
it's top
sweat.
5. The story is kinda there. The game doesn't really explain all too much, and honestly creates even more questions with the DLC. But I don't think that's necessarily a problem. All things considered, this is a very short game with a simple yet fun premise and gameplay loop. Not everything needs to have sweeping lore, and actually, I think that's it right there. That's why it never became the face of mascot horror like I thought it should have been. Nowadays, it feels like every horror game that comes out is trying to be like the next FNAF. I mean, I don't blame them. But in
Yeah.
that kind of landscape, I can appreciate a game like this that doesn't even try to be some massive enterprise and is perfectly content on
Facts.
remaining as a bite-sized horror experience instead. The developers made a good
Agreed,
game and moved
LOL.
on. And as much as I would have loved to see a Tattletale 2, strangely, I'm okay with never getting it. I've become so accustomed to IPs getting run into the ground by an endless need to capitalize off its initial success.
Yeah, but we could have
Some
used
can
at
pull it
least
off,
one
don't
more
get me wrong,
game.
but most of them do not. Tattletale doesn't need 20 sequels. It doesn't need 15 spin-offs where Tattletale ends up betting the family fortune on a parlay, only to have Devin Booker drop 6 points, causing Tattletale
At
to lose
least
everything
show the
he had,
mother.
forcing him to spiral into a depressive episode that no amount of hair brushing and Cheez-Its could fix. Tattletale
Shots
doesn't
at
need
FNAF
that.
LOL.
Tattletale is fine where it is, and I respect it for that. Good job, Tattletale.
You know, I'm gonna put a like on that video. That was good. Oh. So that was Tattletale should have been the face of mascot horror by Bubbertuber. Nice name. So yeah. Like I said, no, it didn't need a million sequels, but at least one more game, because it had a lot of things that, you know, kind of needed answers. Like, that picture of the building, was that like the factory? Trying to find the next video we can watch. Oh, here's another one about mascot horror. This obscure mascot horror is one of the best.
So what do you think of mascot horror? Most of the internet shares a similar opinion. The definition of mascot is a character designed to take what you loved from your childhood, like a toy or a cartoon, and twist it just enough for it to fit a horror environment, but not enough that you can merchandise the heck out of it. Mascot horror is expected to be focused on children's environments, children's ideas of what a representative character should be. But there are other mascots in the world, other types that usually go ignored. You ever think about car dealership inflatables, commercial mascots,
What the hell?
or perhaps the well-known sports mascots? Strangely, you rarely see anybody make games about those, despite the fact that a Pepsi Man horror game would technically be mascot horror, and I need someone to
Pepsi
follow up on that. So
Man!
anyway, back to sports mascots. Sometimes they can get pretty darn weird. You ever see that gritty guy? How about King Cake Baby?
Oh,
or
God.
the Stanford Tree? Somehow,
Pepsi
there hasn't been a
Man.
game about
Yeah,
that
Pepsi
thing.
Man.
But still, the subject of today's video
Pepsi
takes
Man
the
horror
mascot part
game.
of mascot horror literally.
You play a
and I'm
Coke
excited
delivery
to get
man.
into it because it was one of my favorite submissions to my ongoing indie horror initiative, which, if you are unfamiliar, is a program I started to allow indie horror devs to send games to me to stream and potentially review. So here's me following up on that with the first video stemming from it. Check out the video linked in the info card right about now to learn more and submit your game. I hope I did that right. Anyway, to the locker room we go. Developed by Silver City Sharks, Greg's Deadly Draft is a mascot horror game that throws you into football tryouts with the mascot of the Silver City Sharks football team. Play against Greg White Shark in a battle for your life as he tries to recruit you for his failing football team.
Sorry,
Use
cat.
your football against targets. Greg is
Oh.
putting you through several trials to see if you would make a good fit on his roster. Throw the anchor to stop foes, once used as a prop for entertainment.
LOL
now
football
utilized
crotch.
to stop an enemy right in its tracks. Collect serum to
NGL I'd
gain a
pay
speed
to watch
boost
that as a
dropped by your
movie.
adversaries
Yeah.
as a potion that gives you an advantage in combat and stealth. Make your way to the depths of the stadium and find the clues to get out. The game sits in a weird realm of both being popular and not being popular.
You know, that's the type of mascot nobody's done a game for, the sports mascot. I mean, I'm not a sports fan, but I will agree, you know, that's a mascot, you know, genre or whatever you want to call it that hasn't been tapped into. Everybody keeps wanting to do the toy or the restaurant mascots. Nobody's doing the, or, you know, like TV show mascots. Nobody's doing the, sports mascot.
It's honestly an interesting case. There isn't much in-depth coverage of it on
Harry
the
the
internet,
seal.
yet most of my friend group knows about
Hurry
it
and get the
loves it,
fish
plus I've
before the
seen it
game
played by some
starts or
pretty
he
big
will eat your
channels in the
junk.
past.
Oh no!
It's like fighting Jason on the NES.
Oh yeah, with the paper wads.
Wait, Game
Go
Grumps?
Seals.
Yeah, go Seals. Wait, Game Grumps played this?
In my opinion, Greg's
I'll have to
deserves
find
far
that video.
more attention than it gets. Hence why I am going to try to push it a little farther and go over it with you guys today. It's a wonderfully humorous take on mascot horror, and it's pretty fun to play, with quality voice acting, models, and music. Never mind the fact that it officially collaborated with none other than Garten of Ban for a cameo. This game is
Oh.
an enigma, and one that I am honored to witness.
Hello, welcome to my game. I'm Greg
You.
White Shark, the mascot of the Silver City Sharks football team. You've been brought here to try out with the chance to become a shark.
It's
Prove
a
to me
shark.
you are worthy of joining
Yeah.
Kissable
Well, you heard
shark.
the man. We are now officially
Yes.
trying out to join the
Agreed.
Sharks, a football team that must be of dubious quality if kidnapping
Smash.
people is the only way to get them to try out. But we do not really have a way out of this, as we have seemingly been locked in a room with this fellow named Coach
Pass.
Blitz. I'm not really sure why he looks that way
XD.
or if it ever gets
Aw.
explained. I'm going to assume he's another living mascot situation like Greg is. Anyway, he's on our side and acts as our, well, coach throughout the game, telling us what to do and what's going on. Right now, he's in charge of telling us how to play the game. We are able to sprint and jump as well as throw objects with the left mouse button. Currently, the only object we can throw is a football, and we have an infinite supply of them. Maybe
The old
our godlike
pigskin.
football creation powers are why Greg wanted us so bad. I mean, you can't tell if I have the ball if there are 500 balls on the field. Yeah? Is it too obvious I never understood football? I was just in the marching band. I never paid attention. Leaving the room, Greg contacts us through the intercom and challenges us to a test of our aim. We need to destroy all targets with our footballs before we can leave each room, and we are being strictly monitored as we do so. Don't miss the targets up top. They're not obvious at first, but they are included in the total. There has never been anyone better at football than me. I am so good the targets freaking explode when I hit them. In the
Damn.
hallway after the first room,
That's
we
some
can find
arm
the
you got,
first
kid.
floor node by destroying this red target here. These are recurring, so if you're into the story, look out for these. They can only be destroyed with footballs. It appears that they're written
course.
by Coach Blitz. That's the only person I could assume B to be. Accompanying them is a cute picture of Greg, which should be a good segue into me pointing out how cute all the art is in this game. I think it perfectly captures the style of sports art, and for once it actually makes sense to have it all over the walls, because I know from experience that sports teams never let you forget what funky animal you're representing. All this art of Greg makes me want a plushie. I need official Greg plushie. You can find art of other characters like Coach Blitz and the individual sharks later in the game, and it is of equally high quality. The notes also give me the opportunity to mention that this game's voice acting is actually really good. Sometimes you can hear Greg's voice actor peek the mic a little, but the performances of him and the main character are good. I think an issue a fair few mascot games have is that the acting can be a bit too over-exaggerated. Like, you can tell the MC is trying really hard to do a badass voice in a situation like this.
Department relies too much on this.
We throwing the old pigskin around. Dad.
Yup. Lightsaber.
But it just falls flat. I prefer it when the goofy characters sound appropriately goofy.
I'm Greg Whiteshark, the mascot of the Silver City Sharks football team.
But the characters trying to survive sound like you'd imagine someone to in a situation like this.
Watch for my notes. From B?
Not fearless necessarily, but confused or determined. More like the everyday guy. Weird acting can take you out of the game and distract you from anything cool it's trying to do. Off of that, there are more targets to break. In the second room, we are introduced to another mechanic, Blue Serum. We can pick this up and carry as many as we want with us, and consuming it with F gives us a temporary speed boost while walking and running. A third room up ahead gives us even more of this serum, but besides more targets and a note placed afterwards that explains the real quality of the Sharks team, it's not good. This room is not much different than the last two. A bigger deal is the stadium we can now enter by jumping over some boxes placed in the way. Littered around the stadium are serums. Tons of helpful pickups. This never ever indicated anything bad. Oh, who am I kidding? When we walk far enough, Greg emerges from the doorway we came from and yells for our attention.
Hey!
Running at us immediately after. Absolutely pelt this guy with footballs for long enough and he'll drop his prized anchor, which you're given right away. He's pretty upset about that and kicks you from the draft for it. On the good side, we now have a good weapon.
Oh,
on
God.
the bad side, well, we're on Greg's, and he's kind of the one running the place, so we might be in trouble now. Testing my endurance, my ass. Blitz is pretty clear about Greg's new opinion of us when we speak to him leaving the field. He advises us to grab a set of
It'd be
gear from the
great
locker
if
room
he
so that we can
sounded
have
like a
better defense
meathead.
against Greg and his army of sharks. Here is where the game introduces a mechanic you rarely see in mascot horror: combat. In this locker room, roaming the halls are small shark robots that do not chase you but will deal damage on contact. They can be destroyed
Of
with
course.
about 2 or 3 anchor hits and will drop a serum when defeated. Besides them, football players are also present. When they spot you, they will shout as a warning and begin chasing you. Throw your anchor at
This
them
is
to stun them
refreshing.
and disable their kill box, allowing you to run past if necessary. You can't permanently defeat them. This segment immediately sets the game above other mascot horror.
Oh, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Do not worry, Seal Dude. I approved that sentence. LOL, I appreciate it. It'd be interesting to see a mascot horror where the creature isn't hunting you but you're trying to stop it from hurting others. Love the Oak MK theme.
Back. Oops, stop music. There we go.
Hello.
It'd be interesting to see a mascot horror, the creature of the honey you trying to stop it from hurt. Yeah, that'd be an interesting take on it. Love the OJ OJ? OG MK3. Oh, did that one play? Oh, I've been waiting for it and I missed it. Alright. I got my Christmas bonus check, which is $50. Of course, it's probably going to be like 40 or 35 by the time the transfer fee into my bank goes in, but whatever. Anyways, let's continue.
By
Hooray,
requiring
can
some
I
level
has
of
it just
skill,
kidding
however little
lol.
it is. You do have to aim with the
What you
anchor
gonna
and
do for
react
me
to
in
threats
return?
time. Other Mascot Horror should really do this. It automatically gives your game staying power if your players have to use their brain while playing. A lot of
Surprised
simple
smiley.
mascot games on the market nowadays
Hammer
have their
time.
gimmick, yes, but using it is often very simple or
Stop.
almost pointless.
Hammer time.
Even in the most
I need a
praised
pen,
games,
hang
it can
on.
sometimes boil down to carrying around a glorified key. Games
Ugh.
that gave their gimmick more purpose automatically became more memorable, even when the gimmick sucked. Take Gartna Banban with its drone. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone who forgot you had a drone in that game, at least during the time when there were only 3 games. Seems that in recent titles it's becoming a little useless, but I haven't played past 6 and skipped 4. Still, does my point make sense? An engaging mechanic is a remembered mechanic. An example of this being done well is Poppy Playtime. The grab pack is used frequently and used well for things like grabbing objects all the way to being a grappling hook and electrical conductor. And again, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who forgot about the grab pack. So my point with these is, it's very nice to play a mascot horror where I actually have to think about how I'm using the tools I'm provided with. And for that matter, combat is not pointless here either. Sure, you can skip the enemies, but defeating them gives you good practice with the anchor and also provides helpful pickups that could be useful for players who aren't good at dodging or jumping gaps. I never needed the serum, but accessibility is important. Okay, let's get these uniform parts now. Most are hidden in plain sight, but you might have trouble with the jersey and the mouthguard. The latter is just on a bench, but you might not realize it's a pickup if you don't already know what a mouthguard looks like. The jersey is a bit tricky because many players don't initially realize that it's on a dummy and that they have to take it off. Perhaps that could be remedied by giving pickups a slight particle effect.
Excuse
or
the
an
racket.
outline. Also, wait, why is there a women's bathroom in here? Either way, with all that collected, we should be set. Head out of the
Cheerleaders,
room
maybe?
to another intercom announcement from Greg, who tells us about a failed
I'm trying to put my
experiment of
blanket
this
back on.
involving a clone, one that was meant to be an
Cheerleaders.
asset on the field. Despite their uselessness
Yeah.
when it came to football, he's pulling them back out of storage to see if they'll help at all with stopping us. Behold, the next
Why isn't there a professional women's football league? By the way.
enemies, the cones. While they don't directly attack, you can't look at them for long
There was
without
at
taking
one
damage.
point.
You can destroy them, and sometimes you have to.
Oh, there
in order to
was?
get around
What
them.
happened to
That
it?
just
I
requires
would
you
love to
sneak
see
ahead
male
and look away
cheerleaders
quickly.
cheering
In
the
this area,
ladies
you will see
on.
numbers on the wall.
Hell
Remember
yeah.
what order you saw them in because you need them for the doors at the end of each area. The amount of numbers gradually increases, so no brute forcing unless you're some kind of
They have to
masochist.
wear skimpy
At
uniforms
max, you'll need
too.
3 numbers. But getting past these cones isn't the end of your relations with them, because waiting at the end of the next hallway is the mightiest cone of them all.
Hello, I am the Mighty Cone, and I was sent by Greg to end you.
Lingerie Football
Not
League,
let that
you're
play out.
welcome.
This is an actual boss fight with the Mighty Cone.
Who you calling
I enunciate
Pinhead?
Fight because there's plenty of mascot horror that'll talk about boss fights, but they don't usually take on the scheme of a traditional boss fight, where you have to pummel the enemy in until they're defeated or they give up. So this kind of thing is fun to see in a genre like this, a genre that usually shouldn't be taking itself too seriously anyway. The Mighty Cone speeds around the room attempting to hit you. Looking at him is fine most of the time, but if he runs into you, you will be hurt, so be careful. He generally won't go near these pillars, so I'd stay near those for more reasons than that. When he's done rolling around, he'll turn to stare at you, and this is when
All
it isn't
right,
safe to
Pinhead,
look at him.
your
Like
time is
normal
up.
Cones, he can't hurt you if you're not looking at him.
Heads
But
up,
I would
Pinhead!
advise hiding behind a pillar until the red noise stops, just so you can keep track of him by his health bar. You might have to chase him around a bit, but after enough anchor hits, he's done for. Here are a few good Mighty Cone noises for you before we leave here.
Get out of my way.
The health pickup he drops will refill your whole health bar, so I suppose you can afford to be a little risky. After you've disposed
Which one of you is
cone,
the
an
real
elevator
Dirty
takes you
Dan?
to what is quite a lovely room, actually. In it, there are plenty of couches, pretty lights, and refreshments. According to a note in the room, this place is meant to make people comfortable with joining the sharks. I guess it's a full-time job if these sharks aren't being sent on the hunt for us. Even Blitz is busting it down. But we
Damn.
can't stay here
Asterisk
forever.
smack
Proceed out
asterisk.
the door in the back to be
Uh-oh.
contacted by Greg, who asks us how we liked that
Hot
halftime
wings.
show room. I love how he says it. Did you get to boogie down?
Did you get the boogie down?
Did you get the boogie
Well, I don't know
down?
if you saw my first mascot horror video, but I kinda suck at platforming. Who in their right mind would have kids taking leaps of faith before they learn their colors? And I dislike it
Good
when
lord,
pointless
this
platforming
shark is
sections
cute.
are included in mascot
He
horror,
is.
or I guess any genre. But mascot games are particularly bad about it. But what makes a platformer section pointless? Well, I'd say it's when it's very obvious it was only included for the sake of padding out the game's runtime. Notable offenders are Garten of Banban and its numerous clones. They don't do anything special with their platforming. It's just there, not memorable. While you could argue that Greg's doesn't really need the platforming, they make it have a purpose, however silly the purpose may be in universe. It's a transportation system, a rather unconventional one, Blitz thinks, but Greg apparently likes it. It's not annoyingly difficult, and the scenery with the water tank is really nice. In the end, this is more of a practice session for something we'll come across in a bit. Clearing it, we enter into a new laboratory room with aquariums and shelves. The door ahead of us is locked and needs a key. This is the one part of the game that I don't quite understand the point of, since the key is right on the shelf nearby and nowhere else in the game has us finding a key to progress, so it's not a tutorial for anything. It's a minor hiccup, but I thought it was worth mentioning. The locked door leads us to a hallway where Greg calls for all available sharks to be on the lookout for us. Do they just live here or something? Either way, that results in the aquatic sector ahead being swarmed with players. With all our previous platforming practice, we're able to navigate onto the catwalks above the tank below. Throw the anchor as necessary, as sharks will often block the narrow walkways. The chorus of haze from each player when they can't reach you on a platform will never not be funny to me. Your end goal is a large elevator in the center of the room, which will lift you into a medical ward where we can see Greg taking a player in for surgery. Turns out, these shark people are experiments of his. Previous humans turned into weird fish hybrids for the sake of creating an unbeatable football team. Huh. Is that legal if the opposing team isn't also fish hybrids? That leads to some suspicion about the serum we've been using. I mean, it definitely seems involved in the creation of more sharks, so, maybe it's good I haven't needed to use it. Up ahead, there is not a surgery room, but more platforms. These platforms lead into a proper swimming pool, but I have many questions about how exactly Greg wheeled a gurney
unless
across
the
moving
other team
platforms
does
and
the
an
same
entire
thing.
pool. The game is very clear about this water not being deadly, so we are free to hop in and swim using our mouse to control our trajectory. Hey, another question. Why are there plants and fish in a sports swimming pool? Is this perhaps a resting tank for the players? Are they eating the fish in here? You can find several serums and health pickups in the water, but getting out reveals that there is something more important in there, another code. 4 numbers are on the walls of the pool and they form the code for the door, similar to the cone section from earlier. On getting through the door, you might notice your hand begin to shake from the force of a machine hidden in the hallway. It, according to a note nearby, is making an improved serum. Yikes. We're putting that in our body. I have to say that I really like how the game builds up its simple plot and lets you gradually figure out what's going on in the facility through environmental clues, even if you aren't reading the notes. We're in the final stretch now. Greg puts all sharks on a high alert, guarding their property and some talkin' orange fella from us. Therefore, the rooms ahead contain significantly more threats. Room 1 only contains a horde of the small robot sharks. They're nothing new, you just gotta break them all to get to the next room. But there is something a little more important that we need to do first. Take this door on the right of the room.
Was it an annoying orange?
It's
LOL.
doesn't see eye to eye with me and has trapped me.
Hey, there he is.
We have quite a bit in common.
Oh, that talking orange fella. It's the one and only Stinger Flynn of Garten of Banban fame, coupled with his real voice actor too, as he laments not seeing eye to eye with Greg. A note in the room mentions that he showed up on the stadium's doorstep one day, but I guess Greg didn't like that too much since he's locked up in here. Hey, look on the bright side, Flynn.
Sorry
you
about
hated
that.
being in the kindergarten anyway. At least you have some water to hang out in now. Oh, Never mind. I didn't know you could kill him. Well,
Uh-oh.
next room. Up here, the greatest enemies lie. The furthest transformed sharks patrol these halls and can be defeated, but are quicker than other enemies. One hit from them will be your end. Even their haze are more menacing. But you gotta deal with them to continue. If you react in time, they're not so bad. Though when getting up to the final rooms, it becomes evident that not everyone who had a run-in
One
with these
tap.
ultimate sharks had the weaponry redo.
I
guess
know,
they
I
don't
hate those
mop around here,
one-
or the janitor didn't survive. Unfortunate.
This game
Past
looks
this room is
really
the
fun.
final challenge.
One-hit
A note
enemies.
warns us of a fearsome, unstoppable machine designed to be the ultimate coach. Emerging from the hallway into a room filled with serum test chambers, we reveal just what that coach is.
You went through all of security, all of my players, and you practically demolished what's left of my team. For what? To save yourself? To avenge other subjects? You cannot beat me. Besides, what's been making you stronger will kill you. The serum that boosts your speed. That was made to turn my team into the strongest in the league. It has a few odd side effects.
Startled smiley Robo
You
Shark.
feel a fin tearing through your jersey.
Look at her.
Sharp teeth peeking through your gums. You're now a shark, so go ahead. Fight me, but I have a feeling your anchor won't be enough this time.
It's Greg in a shark mech suit, and he has some words for us, revealing the truth. He says our anchor won't be enough, but don't worry, the game reassures us that yes, it will be enough. Nice subtle humor.
OMG,
Got
Greg
a
is
wail
so
on
cool.
Greg while avoiding
Yeah.
his hitbox, and also the occasional bullets he fires with significant telegraphing ahead of time. Now, honestly, I have a few gripes with this boss fight. It's decent, but it doesn't feel like it's more interesting than the Mighty Cone was. In fact, due to how slow Greg is, it's way easier, and that's a pity. He doesn't attack very often, so you can kinda just sit a ways away and hurl the anchor until he jumps, and you just gotta scoot to the side some. I think for one, the jump could have spawned a shockwave you needed to jump over. I thought it did at first. Greg could also be sped up a tad, and he could fire bullets more often. The bullets as they are fast enough though. Just some increase in mobility and action on Greg's side would keep the player moving and make the fight feel more substantial as a final boss. Him healing occasionally is a good touch though. Defeat Greg to hear a very loud death cry as his head falls to the floor. If we put on the head, will we become the new Greg? Wait, no, let me at least try. Oh, damn it. Well, at least y'all are happy.
Right.
Flynn is alive. Yay! I don't have blood on my hands.
Oh, look at his
Gavanium?
look at his
Never
little
mind.
dance.
Everybody is dancing and celebrating Greg's death. Blitz is here too and personally thanks us for championing through where he could not. Even the guy from surgery is here, though he's still not doing too hot. He'll get over it. But here, now, all we have to do is walk through that exit.
Look at the
That was
dance
Greg's
from
deadly
Pulp
draft.
Fiction LOL.
Very good, very good. I really
Oh, that
enjoyed it.
was.
While it had its flaws,
I didn't
in
even
an
think
era
about that,
where
but you're
a lot
right.
of mascot horror is pretty indecisive on what it wants to be, whether that be scary or kid-friendly. Greg's picks a humorous side and focuses on doing that well. It knows it's playing into a genre that isn't often taken seriously, so it doesn't take itself seriously. And the focus it has on its goal makes it that much more of a stable, well-made experience that never made me feel like things were just being flung at the wall to see what's stuck. While other mascot horror often feels like it's desperately trying to hold your attention the whole time with random gimmicks and bright colors, Greg's just tries to be a fun game. It's a charming experience that doesn't overstay its welcome and is fun to play. I'm glad I found out about it. Currently, you can pick up Greg's Deadly Draft on Steam for only $4, and I highly encourage it. You pick up
Well, there you go, guys. Go to Steam and buy it for $4.
your football,
Very
you put on
wholesome
your jersey,
game
and
equals
you better
0.
come join the Silver City Sharks for Greg, our fallen warrior, whose death totally wasn't my fault. Anyway, thanks everybody for helping me get to 40k. I appreciate you
I
so
genuinely
much. It's hard to
enjoyed
give
what
that
I
many
saw.
people an individual pat on the head, so
You gonna be going to buy it and play it yourself?
F
There
in
we
the
go.
chat for
Hey,
Greg.
anyway, you know who
Yes.
it's been. This
F's
has
and
been
07s.
Glamrock Dusky, and remember, have a phasorific day.
Phasorific, really. Okay. Obscure Mascot Horror is one of the best by Glamrock Dusky. Oh. If you're here, who's driving the car or who's flying the plane? Supercut compilation.
Resident Evil themed drinks. LOL.
Oh yeah. By Ink Ribbon. I don't know, I guess we can watch that. Yeah.
That's so weird. That's so crazy.
Ink Ribbon.
If you remember, a while back I did a review and unboxing of some cool Resident Evil drinks. Well, we're back at it again, but with a twist of lemon. Sometimes when I'm really stressed out, I watch...
Hang on a minute.
Do they have a Jill sandwich?
Oh, he made a Jill sandwich, actually. He has a video where he made a Jill sandwich. Wait a minute, where... I didn't know you had a first one. And of course you don't have a link to it. You're going to make me look for it. Oh, okay. Well. Oh my gosh, why are you so slow?
That's so weird. Of course, I've always wanted to try making that type of content. Not really is of lemon. Sometimes when I'm really stressed out, I watch these Korean drink ASMR videos. And I'm not really into ASMR, like any mouth chewing sounds, like, ugh, I hate it. I don't like that.
For me, it depends
But
on what kind of
pouring
mouth sounds it
drinks
is.
With the clinking of the ice and the fizzing of the everything, and it's so satisfying, and it really like relaxes me.
Yeah, I like
Of
those
course,
videos too.
I've always wanted to try making that type of content, but on a gaming Resident Evil channel, that type of content has no place until today, because Game Flavor reached out to me and they said, hey, we loved your video, would you make a video for us? And I was like, sure, this is it. This is my time to shine. I meant to make a video of mixing all the cocktails, but I never got around to it. But now I'm glad that I didn't. Thanks, procrastination. But I guess I should probably tell you about this drink kit. If you're a collector or you just want to make some cool Resident Evil drinks, then you should check out the sponsor of today's video, Game Flavor, who makes this exclusive first aid drink kit. It's a collector's box that features 10 delicious and refreshing first aid drinks, 4 ink ribbons containing red, green, blue, and yellow herb powders. Also, if you look closely, one of these ink ribbons has an Easter egg. Can you spot it?
Yeah, this one, it's misspelled.
A making of booklet, a certificate of authenticity, and some Resident Evil inspired drink recipes, which is what we're going to be making today. The folks over at Game Flavor were kind enough to give me a discount code for you guys, so if you want 20% off, just use code INKRIBBON at checkout. Thank you, Game Flavor, and I look forward to when you reach out because you're working on your next umbrella-themed Resident Evil drink collector's box. Well, that's everything you need to know about what we're doing today, so without further ado, let's make some Resident Evil themed drinks.
Well, I'm wearing headphones. The Nemesis. Nice. Cucumbers. Lemon juice.
Stars.
Lemon wedge. Cucumber syrup. Well, I didn't know they made cucumber syrup. The red herb powder. cool.
Snort it.
The first aid spray. Drink. Ah. Lovely sounds. Give it a little stir. Sparkling soda.
Shaken.
Ooh, look how dark red it is. And another cucumber for garnish.
This is what vampires drink on weekends.
And here we have Nemesis. Okay, here's my first tasting. Mmm, very refreshing. The lemon juice gives a nice sour tartness, and you'd think lemon and cucumber might be a weird combination, but it's actually really good together. Just a little tiny hint of sweetness, which is how I like it. And that cucumber syrup, it comes through.
Just
You can
don't
taste
turn
it.
into a
You also
roided
get
out
the
zombie.
mintiness of the first aid drink, which has that like mojito quality. So it's a little bit of mint, a little bit of lime.
But that's the fun part.
Yeah, this is really good. This is refreshing. Like, this is a drink you want when you're in the pool. Just sipping on it on a hot day. Oh yeah.
That sounds nice.
Oh man, it's like the more you drink it, the better it gets.
The Code Veronica.
I don't want to crash out on a cold day.
Yeah. Ice, red herb powder. Lemon juice. Oh, excuse me. Simple syrup. First aid spray drink. Give it a stir. Whoops. More ice. And lemon wedge. And a cinnamon stick. Alright.
Alright, and we have the Code Veronica. I've never, like, held or smelled or tasted fresh cinnamon stick. Oh, it smells so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like, am I supposed to put it in the drink? Like, I don't know. how this stuff
Probably.
works, but
I'd imagine, yeah.
I'll just do that. Oops. Let's see how this tastes. Mmm.
Bro caught a high from the stick.
Ooh, that is tart and sweet and refreshing. Whatever that red powder is, it adds refreshing flavor to drinks, which is not what I expected. Cinnamon is spicy. Oh, Jesus. So immediately you get the lemon.
LMAO.
You get that sweetness. So it's kind of
Spicy.
like a little bit of lemonade. But then you get hit
Jesus.
with that, I don't know, red flavor. It's really good. It's like if Claire Redfield was a drink.
Hey, yo.
refreshing and pleasant and nice. And a ponytail.
Pause.
He's got a crush on Claire. His two Resident Evil crushes are Claire and Leon.
I get it now. Having the cinnamon stick right there, which is really fragrant, when you go to drink it, you smell the cinnamon. That's so weird.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. When I drink it with the cinnamon stick right there, like, it affects the taste.
Well, that's what those little you seen those advertised, the circle water drink thing. It's water, but it's got like this scent, these different scents to it, like whatever flavor scent you want. And the idea behind that is as you're drinking the water, you're inhaling the scent of whatever the scent choice is, and that makes the water taste better. That's the idea behind those. So yeah, that makes sense.
Because that whole smell and taste thing. I can taste the cinnamon when I drink it through my nose. Ah, wow. I did not expect to have such a moment with a cinnamon stick today, but here we are. Oh, this is good. If you're gonna make one, this one's really good. Oh, and I don't think I can drink
I
anymore
hear
today,
a kitty.
because this is just a lot of stuff to drink.
Yeah, Mama Kitty's coming in
Oh God.
for her babies. The Berry Burton ice blueberry syrup. Ooh, I like it already. Yeah, it's cute. I like this already because I like blueberries. Lemon juice.
Very really. LOL.
First aid spray drink.
Asterisk insert asterisk Barry quote here.
Blueberries. Blueberries. Yellow herb powder. Oh, we're finally seeing one of the other ones. That's yellow. It looks more orange. Oh, see the powder sinking in?
Looks macaroni colored.
Yeah.
Caution powder.
Caution powder. Orange wedge.
Okay. I've spent the whole morning making drinks, running up and down the stairs, and I have so much appreciation, but whew. Okay. First, we are trying the Berry Burton. Berry. So this is the one with the blueberries,
Belly button.
blueberries, the turmeric, and the yellow herb with some lemon juice. Mmm. It does have like a fruit punch quality for sure.
Mm.
Oh man, I feel like I had this as a kid. It's not quite like Hawaiian punch, but it's like really close.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's very refreshing. It's very berry forward. I think this could really work as a cocktail, like splash of vodka or... Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to describe the taste. So, hit with sweetness, then you get that fruit punch taste, and then you get the little bit of bitterness from the turmeric afterwards, and then that little kiss of citrus from the lemon. It's good. I like it.
Las Plagas. Yellow herb powder.
It's just pure Spanish rum. Rum asterisk.
Spanish rum. First aid spray drink. Ooh, that is yellow. Orange juice. And give it a stir.
Tropicana, yay.
Basil leaves. And an orange slice.
Las Plagas. This is actually going to be my first time having orange juice in like 6 years. Oh, you can smell the basil.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it tastes like a screwdriver, but like
Ooh.
I know there's no alcohol in this, but
Mhm.
it tastes like there is.
I like
Maybe
screwdrivers.
the basil
Now where's the
is
whisker?
doing its job there. If you've ever had a screwdriver, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It's exactly what it tastes like. It's good. Man, I've not had orange juice in so long. I should have
The
orange
whisker.
juice once in a while.
The Samurai Edge. They need a crisp one and call it Boulder Punch. Lemon juice. Simple syrup. First aid spray drink.
Boulder Punch LOL.
Yeah. Oh, the green herb powder. Really just a pinch. Give it a stir. Oh, it doesn't look like it wants to dissolve very well. Yeesh. Orange wedge.
Okay, next we have the Samurai Edge. So this has the green herb, which is matcha, which I probably should have stirred better, but whatever. Lemon juice, syrup, and of course, first aid spray. Mmm. It tastes the way it looks. It's very minty, very green. Green is not a flavor, but I don't know how else to describe this. So you get the mint, the mintiness of like the mojito qualities of the
Minty.
Well,
Ooh.
I guess it's kind of like how people say grape soda doesn't really taste like grapes. It tastes like purple.
first aid. You get a little bit of that matcha goodness, and then it has like an aftertaste of citrus from the lemon juice. And it's sweet, it's refreshing, it's delicious.
Ooh. So I guess I saw on the first aid spray can it said cucumber. So is it like carbonated?
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So is it like, I guess the first aid sprays are like carbonated cucumber water or something?
My desk is just like covered in drinks right now.
What the hell is that word? Sinatiropa? What is that from Resident Evil? What is that referencing? First aid spray. Lemon juice. Simple syrup. Green herb powder.
Where's the G5 Birkin? 5 shots of Absteen with purple vodka and lavender.
Whoa.
I like the diamond in the
I
back.
still don't know how
yeah.
to pronounce this. Sinatsiropa? Is this a word that other countries are using? Because I have never heard this word in my life. I didn't realize that that's actually what it says on the first aid sprays, like in the game. But I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Oh.
And this one, I know it looks this way, but that's how it looks in the picture. Like, they gave specific instructions on how to mix everything, so I'm doing what I was told.
Follow the recipe.
It makes sense that this is a first aid drink because it tastes very healthy. It kind of reminds me, if you've ever been to like Robex or like whatever health juice places where they'll like do like a shot of wheatgrass in your drink. It's kind of like that. I like that. I know that's not for everyone, but it's really got like, you can really taste the citrus coming through, like really, really taste it. Oh, sugar and lemon juice, yeah. This tastes like going camping. I don't know how to describe. It's so hard to describe it because I don't want to say it tastes like grass because it doesn't, but it has that earthy quality.
Earthy is a good word, yeah.
If you've ever had wheatgrass, that's the only way I can explain it. But I think that's just
I
like
have
the
not.
matcha is really coming through, like with its bitterness. Because for those who don't know, matcha is very bitter until you add sugar and sweetness to it, and milk and whatever else.
Neither have I.
Okay.
The Gaiden.
Oh, so like earthy matcha.
I guess so, yeah. I'm not sure about matcha. The only matcha thing I've ever had was matcha flavored Pocky, and I did not like them. They tasted like dirt and grass. So I don't know if I'm a matcha fan. Ooh, little cube, little square. I've actually got a silicone ice tray that makes the little tiny cubes like that. Blue herb powder. That looks purple. Ooh, watermelon syrup. I love me some watermelon.
Is that a reference to the Game Boy version of Resident Evil?
Yeah, Resident Evil. Well, not from the Game Boy version of the first game. There is a little spin-off title for the Game Boy called Ninja. What the hell am I saying? Not Ninja Gaiden, I'm sorry. Resident Evil Gaiden. It's like a spin-off thing that had Leon and Barry Burton. And they're like on this ship with some creature that can, the creature on there can, like, imitate people. Like, if it, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Basically, it can take, a person's form, trick you into thinking it's that person. Anyways. Cranberry
The
juice.
Thing.
Yeah, it's sort of like The Thing, yeah.
Like a doppelganger.
Yeah. First aid spray. Hehe. Give it a stir.
Best viewers on streamamboo.com. Remove the space at x1sextc.
Mods. We got a spammer.
Next we have Gaiden.
Or a
I tried
bot,
to do,
rather.
like little cubes of ice, kind of like a pixel theme, but it didn't really work out. They all melted, and they were kind of hard to work with. So if you ever want to get little ice trays of tiny ice, I don't recommend it. But this one has a lot of syrups in it, so it's going to be sweet. Ooh. Oh. Mmm.
Well, he likes it.
Okay. So I made watermelon syrup, which I hit with immediately, and also it's got cranberry in it, and I love cranberry. Like, I love cranberry. Thanksgiving, I make cranberry sauce from scratch, from berries and sugar and water. Like, oh, with a little bit of lime juice. I hate cranberry sauce with orange. Anyway, so I'm tasting the watermelon, and then it's like watermelon immediately followed by cranberry flavor, which is really good.
Thank
and
you,
it's
Cookie.
got like a really sweet
Good
tartness
job.
to it. It's really flavorful, very berry, fruit, whatever forward. That's really good.
Sounds like
This
I'd
is
like that one.
A drink by the pool, for sure. Like, even kids will like this one.
The Revelation. Blue herb powder. First aid spray.
Revelation was a good and bad game, hee hee.
Yeah, I think they said they were like, alright. Nice. Well, the big old chunks. Greek yogurt with lemon juice. Sparkling soda. Oh, that's going in a little mixture too. Calpico? Is that how you say that? Lemon slice.
Okay. I saved this one for last because knowing my taste, I think I'm going to enjoy it the most. And that is Revelation. Also, I know that there's like kind of yogurt floating in here, but that's because I made the Calpico, or in Japan it's called Calpis. Obviously, they changed the name because no one wants to call it that here. But that's how you can make it at home. I was rushing, so I didn't mix it all together, but I promise you it's delicious. It's like,
okay.
If you've ever had lassi, it's kind of like that.
I've
but
never
like
even heard of
with
lassi,
citrus.
so no.
I'm getting so many flavors at once. It's like hard to. Okay, hold on. So you get the Calpico flavor. So you get that yogurt, the citrus, the sweetness. If you've ever had lassi, it's the easiest way I can describe it. If you've never had lassi, it's a sweet yogurt drink that usually pairs with curry. But then there's something else. What am I tasting? I almost want to say it tastes like the watermelon syrup, but that was in the other drink and it's not in this. What is in this? I guess I might be tasting the blue herb, which I don't actually know what it is. But I'm guessing it's something fruit related because it's like yogurt and fruit. I'm getting those flavors together along with, again, the follow-up of the lemon juice. It's weird. The citrus waits until the end to hit like your palate, and then it's like surprise, tartness. Okay, well, I do like this one a lot, but I gotta say the Gaiden, this one's really good. But this also has the most like sweetness and sugar out of all of them, so that's probably why it tastes good.
Yeah.
Well, that completes my taste test. I don't know what else to say. So there you go. Resident Evil drinks mixed by me. And if you could just choose one of the tipping options
Laughing
on the screen,
smiley.
that'd be great. But seriously, I need to up my budget. But either way, I had a lot of fun making these drinks. I love drinks, although I did spend pretty much the entire day drinking all of them, and I don't think they're meant to be made all at the same time.
Of course
but
not.
You guys can tell me which of these drinks sounds the most delicious to you based on the flavors that you enjoy. And if you've got your own ideas for a Resident Evil drink, then leave the recipe down below and maybe I'll make it. I don't know. Probably not. Again, if you want this drink set for your own collection, be sure to use code InkRibbon over at GameFlavor.com for 20% off your order. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'm Kai Morgan, and as always, thanks for watching Ink Ribbon.
Alright, well that was an interesting one. Like I said, they need to make a Chris one and call it Boulder Punch. And a Wesker one, right. Maybe call it the Ouroboros.
Hey, who's piping? Why, I'm driving.
No, you ain't.
Astro. Cora? Thanks, guys. Hey, who's driving?
Take this!
Oh, he did take it.
No doubt.
Shaggy?
Yeah.
Memes.
Who's driving?
Renault. Scoob.
What?
It's a compilation of the wait. If you're here, then who's driving? It's supposed to be a compilation of
I
that.
won't lie, as a young lad I found that monster rather attractive.
Hey, no judgment.
Who's driving? Oh my god, Bear's driving. How can that be? That old man is so little and hairy.
Hey, Ron, who's driving? Oh, it's okay. It's on cruise control.
It's a long, crazy story.
Hey, Ron, cruise control just regulates speed. It doesn't
Michael
steer.
Scott.
Come again?
Are you okay?
Forget me. Where's Mommy?
All the grown-ups are gone. And Cap's a grown-up. If I change, I could disappear too.
Uh-oh.
We're almost there. Should arrive just after midnight on my birthday.
Wait, are you telling me you turned 18 at midnight? I'll take that as a yes.
Oh, shit.
I'll bet you're wondering what I'm doing here, huh?
Yes. That and why nobody seems to be steering this ship.
Where's Martin? What have you done to him?
Who's flying the plane?
Wrong question. Check the seat.
The bomb is driving.
The bad guy and everything, but who exactly is flying this plane?
Totally Spies. Anybody else watch Totally Spies as a kid?
No,
Or a teenager in my case?
We'll be landing in 10 minutes, sir.
Christ, man, who's flying the plane?
I just put it on autopilot, ma'am.
Oh. Autopilot, fantastic.
The controls on the dash are the red button there is the cruise control.
Cruise control, what's that?
Cruise control is it's like autopilot.
Oh, brilliant!
Everybody,
No, it's not.
Hey, there's no monster.
You're deceptive.
I don't see anything.
Hey, who's driving the bus?
Uno momento, por favor.
Foolish earthlings, frightened of a creature that does not exist.
How bad is the situation, General Odin?
Sudden realization, LOL.
Ooh-wee. Sure sounds scary. Say, who exactly is flying the plane?
Well, everyone is, sir.
Let go! I've got a plan. Can I fly too?
That's a great idea, except for one thing. Now that you've knocked the pilot unconscious, who's gonna fly the plane?
Someone had to have hit that switch. Maybe it wasn't one of the pilots. Maybe someone hit it and didn't know what they were doing.
What do you mean, not one of the pilots? Who the hell is flying the goddamn plane?
Well, right now the plane is on autopilot, so just leave this to him.
And what'll we do? You know, the switch! Let go of the switch!
This is a good movie, by the way. It's a mad, 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 mad world. That's a good movie.
If you can, give us your position. Who's flying the plane? Over.
What do you mean, who's flying the plane? Nobody's flying the plane. Can't you understand we're in real trouble?
Maybe. Good
Johnny
enough,
Bravo.
Because you know what they say. Maybe's a baby that just needs to be loved till it says yes.
Isn't that the truth?
Who's flying the plane?
Duh. I am.
Oh my god.
Little Susie.
It's gonna be okay?
Oh yeah, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. We got Jake.
Well-
Who's flying the plane?
Co-pilot Scully.
Oh no, bro said we.
Astrid isn't doing so good. She needs to kind of keep her eyes closed.
Then who the hell is flying the plane?
Trust me. You don't want to know.
We may have a problem.
May have?
They're on their way. Astrid and Cease. Astrid's too sick to fly right now.
Then who's flying? Cease? Cease can't fly a plane?
Just stay on course, Cease. We'll talk you down.
He'll be fine. He's seen it done a zillion times.
Like a eunuch in the harem, he sees it done every night, but he can't do it himself.
Oh.
I heard that.
Oh my god. Oh.
Everything's under control, Chief.
He said like a eunuch in a harem. He sees it done every night, but he can't do it himself. What the hell?
It's just
It's a hell of an
matter time. We're
analogy.
not going anywhere. No pilot, huh?
I didn't see a pilot get on board. Who's flying this plane?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your pilot, Cliff, speaking.
Does that answer your question?
Who's flying the plane?
I jammed the stick. Now we don't have much time. This clearing's not very long. Get ready.
You can't!
We have to.
A roadblock! Quick, tell number 4 to turn the truck around. I am number 4. Then who's driving?
Oh my gosh.
Bro.
End of Sid the Sloth.
No, Sid! It's me!
And me! And me! I don't want to panic anybody, but who's flying this thing? This is too good! Oh, this is too good!
What do you mean, too good? This is an outrage!
We need to save him! Wait, Red! If you're here, then who's holding us up? Good point.
Surprise! Gee,
Spider-Man.
Webhead, if I'm over here, who's driving?
My husband's on the plane. What will he think?
Don't worry about your husband. He's in the other bathroom with my
Bro
co-pilot.
sold the fight.
Then who's flying the plane?
Who cares?
Wow. Wow? Oh yeah, this.
I win again. See?
Iron.
This is a fun game.
Hey, just a thought. But if you're here, who's driving the truck?
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Hey! Ow! Stop it, monkey! Keep your hands off me, monkey!
That's not a monkey, that's an ape.
What are you doing up here? It's safer. Well, who's driving? He is.
Millimeter ape.
Bart, Nelson hit me. He sure did. A cup holder! Bart, we gotta stop and get a cup! Bart? Cruise control, my good man. Everybody all set back here? Nelson, good to see ya. Martin?
That's not what cruise control is for. Oh my god.
And we just crossed that little red line over there.
Oh, well, how about let's take the blue line, huh?
No, we can't take that. That's a river.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Why don't we just go right from...
Muppets.
Hey, Fuzzy.
Yeah.
Who's driving?
Good old Muppets.
Oh my God, this isn't a kid in a costume.
A bear in his natural habitat. A Studebaker.
It's a living thing. Oh my God!
Ew.
Genetically engineered with a zipper. Oh my God! Who's driving the van?
No, wait, that's the other Louie. Louie, Huey, Dewey, what are you talking about here, huh?
Yo, it's right here. This way.
Yeah, Peach, Bobby's right. Hey, Bob, who's driving?
Goat movie.
Hey. Wasn't sure we'd see you alive again.
It's not as good as the first one, but still decent.
Who else is here?
Right now, this is it.
Who's flying the plane?
Autopilot.
Mr. Reese, who's flying the plane?
Need a little help, Finch.
Oh dear.
Let's take this.
Hey, that's that same actor that was playing on the Fallout series. He's playing that professor guy that they needed to bring his head that had that chip in it. Yeah, that's that same actor.
Good idea.
Pinky in the brain.
No, after you. Wait a minute. Who's flying the plane?
I'm a buddy!
Oh no.
Do you remember that airplane movie? Where the nun had to fly the plane and the air traffic controller had to talk her down? I'm gonna be your air traffic controller.
So that means all I have to do is...
Yes. Be the nun.
Boy Meets World.
Yeah, I know. He's a two-weeker.
I was a kid when this show was on. That's how old it is.
Okay, he means nothing. Just a name in her book. Tell her how you feel, okay? Speak from your heart.
Are you sure?
Hey, who's flying the plane?
Corey is.
Don't touch the kimonos. Those are for Dr. Kelso's various masseuses.
Ted, who's driving?
Oh, my bad.
Maybe I should drive so we don't all die. No offense, Ted.
None taken.
Who minds if I take off my shirt?
Hey.
Not me. Let's all switch shirts.
Oh, Dale!
Hank, if you're steering, who's taking off your shirt?
You'll go Betty Farr? Perfect. That rocks.
Hey, girls.
King of the
what's
Hill.
going on?
Yeah, good old King of the
Betty's
Hill.
Wait a second. Dennis, if you're here, then who's driving the bus?
Oh, come on. I'll show you. Autopilot.
Wow. Cool.
P-head go.
Autopilot? Is he breathing?
Yeah, he'll be fine. I just put him to sleep.
Yeah, it's Phineas and Ferb.
Everybody's asleep except me. Wait. If everyone's asleep, then who's driving the RV?
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, Joan. I gotta cut you off right
Freakazoid!
there, because in about 10 seconds, Pearl Harbor's gonna get trashed, thus beginning World War II, and only I can stop them. But if I do, I will alter the course of future history.
Mr. President, fuel's low and the pilot just bailed.
How distressing. Might I inquire as to whom is piloting the aircraft?
Pinky again. All right. Oh, we've played the goofy stuff. Let's play something horrible.
This case takes place in the USA in
LOL.
the year 2022.
Oh, yeah, it is. Teens realize they just recorded a brutal murder by Disturbian. Let me grab a quick snack. Alright.
Meet Nicolae Miu. Nicolae was born in 1969 in communist Romania, a time when the country was under a harsh and oppressive regime. The era he was born into was marked by extreme political repression. Many people were sent to concentration camps and labor camps, similar to what is seen in North Korea and China. Executions for political reasons were very common, making it a dangerous and unstable period. Nicolae's family was one of the families that faced severe persecution at the time. There was his father, mother, and twin brother. The government controlled everything, and the country was under extreme tyranny. So Nicolae's father and mother expressed that they wanted to leave Romania, and because of this, they lost their jobs and were labelled as traitors to the nation. Also, to attend school, students were required to swear allegiance as young communists. As the Miu family were branded as traitors to the state, Nicolae and his twin brother were expelled from school and placed under house arrest for about a year. Nicolae's father suffered brutal treatment at the hands of this regime. On one occasion, during a particularly cold winter, he was stripped of his clothing and sent home naked on a bus. And another time, Nicolae's father was poisoned, yet somehow survived. Despite these hardships, Nicolae and his twin brother were determined to live their lives, and they once attempted to leave the house to see a movie. However, the KGB, which was the secret police force, was monitoring their home, and they apprehended them in downtown Bucharest. The KGB waited until they had purchased their tickets before apprehending them and seriously beating them. The KGB had previously targeted their father, attacking him while Nicolae and his brother had tried to intervene. Because of their intervention, Nicolae ended up with broken ribs, and his brother was left bruised and battered. As a result of the KGB's violence, Nicolae's father was injured to such a degree that he was placed into a coma. Despite these dire circumstances and having to fight for their lives, Nicolae and his family managed to survive this brutal regime. With the help of the American government during Ronald Reagan's presidency, they successfully escaped Romania. According to the family, the US Secretary of State, Alexander Haig, created a list of individuals to be rescued from the country, akin to Schindler's List. By a stroke of luck, Nicolae and his family were included, allowing them to flee the country and to avoid further persecution. Nicolae and his family escaped Romania and were sponsored by a family in Golden Valley, Minnesota, who were part of the church.
Lots of rummaging, LOL.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that.
And getting back to school. Life
I was opening something.
Was significantly better in the States. Nicolae went on to attend South Dakota State University in Brooklyn, where he pursued a successful career in mechanical engineering. He would go on to have 2 marriages. His first marriage was short-lived, but his second was to a Romanian woman named Sondra. His father arranged the relationship, and Nicolae went to Romania to meet her. Nicolae brought Sonia back to the United States, and they started a family, having 1 child together. Throughout his life, Nicolae was known in his community for being helpful. He was often found on rooftops cleaning gutters, assisting the neighbours with DIY and handyman work. His colleagues often spoke very highly of him, and considered him to be a dear friend. He was known as friendly, always ready to cook, socialise, or partake in outdoor activities like boating, fishing, and hunting. He had all of the best and most expensive gear for his hobbies. Whilst Nicolae was intelligent and sociable, his brother would later say that he didn't have street smarts. Nicolae had a lack of awareness that made him sometimes naive and gullible, and his lack of judgment was about to lead him into an incredibly horrific and tragic situation. In recent years, Nicolae and Sondra enjoyed a peaceful existence in Wisconsin. However, in 2020, he suffered a heart attack, leading to a quadruple bypass surgery. Though he never fully recovered and his health declined, this did not stop him from enjoying his life. After a brief rest, Nicolae continued his hobbies and resumed socializing with friends. He often met them along the Apple River, a popular spot for tubing. Tubing is a pastime where people float down the river on inflatable tubes during a hot summer day, and this was something that Nicolae enjoyed. And on the 30th of July 2022, he did just that. Nicolae was known for his practical skills. and was the go-to person in the group for any handy tasks. When on the river, he carried a satchel with a snorkel and goggles, ready to help anyone if anything was lost in the water. Also in his pocket was his trusty knife, which he would use for cutting ropes if necessary. On this day, as the tubing adventure began, everything seemed normal, peaceful, and joyful, although the events that followed would be anything but this. On the day in question, the river was occupied by several groups of people, but the court case focused on two main groups aside from Nikolai's group. One group, referred to as the Teens, consisted of a group of friends. They were all around 17 years old. This group included Isaac Schumann and his best friend since 7th grade, Alexander Vang, along with their friends Joan Cockfield, Owen Peloquin, Ryan Nelson, Landon Weyer, and Larian Davis. Group 2 was known as the Carlson Group and had a mix of adults. This group included Quentin Carlson and his two sons, Dante and Tony Carlson, and with them was Tony's friends, AJ Martin, Riley Mattison, Madison Cohen, and several others. Now, these groups present at the river that day became central to the case, and each person had a role to play in the events that would soon transpire. Isaac Schumann was a 17-year-old from Stillwater, Minnesota. He was known for being kind, sensitive, and selfless. He was an incredibly bright student, musically talented, and was entrepreneurial. His mother mentioned that he was a joyful and caring personality, which made him beloved by those around him, and he made a positive impact on everyone he met. On the 30th of July 2022, most of Group 1 was driven to the river by Alexander Vang. He took the lads to a good entry spot onto the river for some tubing. This was known as River's Edge. They intended to tube back down the river toward Village Park in Somerset before hitching a ride back to their car. They brought along their tubes, tied them together, and then set sail with an assortment of beer and something to smoke. By all accounts, they were having a whale of a time before their adventure was cut short. Also tubing that day was Nikolai, his wife Sondra, and their friends. As they were travelling up the river, one of the group noticed that they had lost their mobile phone. The group then discussed whether it was worth going back for the mobile phone or if they should just claim on their insurance. But Nikolai took it upon himself to go and look over the area that the group had just traversed. The water there was very shallow, no more than 2 feet deep, and after all, Nikolai had brought along with him his trusty snorkel and goggles. But he also had with him his pocket knife. The teens were chilling in the area when Nikolai started to search for the phone. Now from this point onwards, there are two sides to the story that triggered a waterfall of horrific events. The teenagers claimed that they were joking around with Nikolai, saying that the waters were not deep enough to snorkel in, and then proceeded to ask him what exactly he was looking for. The teenagers claim that Nikolai responded with, "I am looking for little girls." Nikolai denied this and claimed that he didn't even reply. Perhaps Nikolai made the remark with a dark sense of humour, or maybe he didn't say anything at all.
What?
Either way, the teens claimed that they were taken aback by his comment. Whether his words were intended as sarcasm or whether they were completely understood, the effect on the group was immediate and unsettling. The teenagers would later claim that they believed they caught a man in the act of doing something horribly wrong, and so they began hailing accusations at him. The group of teenagers began shouting to other groups, shouting that Nikolai was looking for little girls, and then shouted more accusations, escalating the tension in the situation. The teens' accusations spread quickly across the river, causing alarm and drawing the attention of everyone nearby. Nikolai claimed,
Remember, he's not from America, he's from, what was it, Russia, they said? Probably a language barrier thing with a sense of humor.
That he was overwhelmed by the heckling to the point of silence. From his position, he was being mocked and abused by cruel teenagers. Nikolai tried his best to ignore the teenagers' taunts and continued searching for his friend's mobile phone. At one point, Nikolai thought that he spotted the mobile phone, only to realize that it was allegedly in the possession of one of the teenagers. In response, Nikolai hurried towards the group in an attempt to retrieve the mobile phone. As he reached for the device to see if it belonged to his friend, the situation escalated, and in the commotion, he dropped his snorkel and goggles. Throughout this ordeal across the river was Group 2, the Carlson Group. Quentin Carlson also noticed the commotion across the river involving the group of teenagers. Concerned by the teenagers shouting, "Get away," he asked his son Dante to check on the situation and help defuse it before anyone got hurt. Dante Carlson, along with his friends Tony, AJ, Riley and Madison, headed over to see what was happening. They were all in their early 20s. When they arrived, they found the teens partially encircling Nikolai. They were shouting him to leave and to walk down the river, but Nikolai had come to search for the phone, and now he was looking for his snorkel and goggles that he had dropped. But then, during this commotion, Nikolai started fiddling with something in his pocket. The Carlson group was confused, and erring on the side of caution, they asked Nikolai to leave, but Nikolai remained silent and didn't say a word. When Nikolai didn't walk away, the Carlson group grew concerned for the teenage group. So Madison and Riley stood in front of Nikolai, pushing him to leave. By this point, Nikolai had gone from fiddling with the knife in his pocket to having it out in his hands, and nobody noticed. When Madison let loose a fairly strong push and shouted at him to leave, Nikolai struck her in the face with his hand. This may have been a slap or a punch, depending on the account. Once this occurred, the situation plummeted into disaster. Next, Dante yelled, "Never hit a woman," and then punched Nikolai in the face. Nikolai fell to the ground in the water, cracking his head and body against the river boulders. Dante
Ouch.
followed up with 2 slaps, whilst Nikolai was partially submerged in the water. But Tony Carlson shouted to his brother to stop, and so he did. Nikolai stated that he now feared for his life. Dazed and in pain, Nikolai tried to sit up. The teens continued to mock and laugh and thought the whole thing was absurd. Nikolai then attempted to stand back up, but AJ pushed him back down and tried to keep him settled on the riverbed. AJ later testified that he did this to defuse the situation and to protect everyone, including Nikolai. But from the footage and from Nikolai's perspective, AJ appeared to have pushed Nikolai back down and toward the water. When Nikolai tried to get back up again, he held his knife toward AJ and stabbed him below the belt. When the knife was embedded into AJ's bowel, he either fell back or pulled up, causing the blade to slice across his body. This action resulted in a cut over a foot long, which extended through part of AJ's ribcage. AJ stumbled back to the floor of the river and lay there in a foot of water. It would take a few seconds before anyone noticed that AJ had been disemboweled and was holding his intestines outside of his body.
Jesus
Nikolai
Christ.
then began to stab others. He stabbed Isaac Schumann in the left side of his chest. He then leaned forward and stabbed Riley in the abdomen, and did the same to Tony. He then made a beeline for the man who had punched him, Dante Carlson. He lunged 6 feet towards Dante and stabbed him in the stomach. In total, Nikolai stabbed 5 people. AJ was still on the riverbed, using one arm to hold in his internal organs, and the other to help him stand up. He was losing blood fast, so he kept stumbling back down into the river. AJ said that he had lost his eyesight and hearing during this ordeal, and was convinced that he was about to die. He repeatedly told his group that he was moments away from death. Meanwhile, Riley was in complete shock. She looked down towards her side, thinking that Nikolai had punched her like he did to Madison. However, to her surprise, she saw blood rushing out of her. As she tried to evade Nikolai, she said she was feeling weaker and weaker, and then she struggled to breathe. She was helped by others on the river that day, who placed her on a tube and floated her away from the scene towards a road where she waited for help. She has very little memory of what happened once she exited the river. However, a police officer said he heard her say that her stomach was coming out of the wound. Tony and Dante Carlson were able to function with little assistance and got themselves to land and to the emergency services. And lastly, Isaac Schumann. His best friend Alexander raced towards him as soon as he realized that people were being stabbed. His panic intensified when he saw Isaac laying on the ground. Footage filmed by Joan Cockfield captured the horrific scene, showing Isaac losing a significant amount of blood. Joan screamed, "This isn't real." Owen, Landon, Joan, Ryan and Larian stood in shock as they watched the river turn red with the blood coming from Isaac's wound. In a desperate attempt to save him, Alexander held Isaac's chest and dragged him to the shore. Unbeknownst to anyone there at the time, Isaac had actually been stabbed in the heart.
Oh, jeez.
Alexander managed to seek assistance from others and eventually got Isaac into the back of an ambulance. Isaac was in a dire state, and tragically, after arriving at the hospital, Isaac was pronounced dead. He would be the only victim to die from this horrific attack. After stabbing the 5 victims, Nikolai just left and began walking up the river from where he had initially come from. A witness reported seeing Nikolai further down the river at a park where tubers usually exit. The police were soon on the scene, and they found his location, and Nikolai was detained. He was wearing the exact same shorts and sandals as before, but now he added a camouflage shirt. As he was placed in the back of the police car, Nikolai nonchalantly remarked, "I hear somebody got stabbed, and I fit the description."
I heard about it.
You heard about it?
Yeah, and I seen people gather around it.
Okay. All right.
And I went over to talk to see if somebody saw anything, but that's about it.
Okay.
Our whole group was pretty interested in finding out what happened.
Okay. And that's your whole group over there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I don't know. Okay, well.
Did you see anybody injured?
No.
Openly admitting to a situation well.
I heard people screaming at each other, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Screaming in anger or screaming in pain, do you know?
Everybody's drunk, so I don't know. I can't tell the difference, but I would say, I don't know, just screaming.
Okay.
You know, yeah, calling each other names, but, you know, that's, we've seen that all day. And we've all been drinking a lot. I'm sure they're drunk. I'm sure they're doing, I don't know, kids being kids.
Kids being kids. Where are you? Where's your group from? Where did you drive from today?
Oh, I drove from Prior Lake.
From Prior Lake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, we didn't drive with we came here alone.
Your wife and you?
Yeah.
And you met the group here?
Yeah, but we know each other.
Okay. All right. As long as the temperature's good, I'll check back with you in a minute, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the following hours, he was interviewed by the police, during which he made several misleading statements. He suggested that he had disarmed one of the teenagers and had acted in self-defense mode.
So what happened? Can you tell me what happened?
Yes. 4 people went to the hospital with injuries.
Oh my God.
And 1 person died.
Oh no.
I don't know any of their names and I don't know any genders, so I don't know.
Was that because they fought each other, or is that
I don't know. I don't know what their injuries are. I was with Sandy the whole time, and then when I kind of turned Sandy over to Ernesto and Amy, then I came here. So I have no idea what their injuries were.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So we just need to be able to like piece this together. You know, in your statement.
What other pictures did they give you of me?
Just that one. That's the only one I have.
They didn't take. They have lots of cameras. You should take their cameras.
Yes, and so I have colleagues investigators that are talking to all of those, you know, the people in the group and the other witnesses. So yes, we are trying to collect. And I told Ernesto and Amy, because they said that Rosie was taking a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think she took any pictures of those guys. There was at the stop up here.
Yes, but. Yeah. You were snorkeling. They might have been like taking a selfie or something, and we could get these guys in the background that they don't even realize they have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So I asked them to go through their photos so that we would be in contact with them.
Got it. Well, I was all of a sudden you say that, like, why would they take pictures of me going over there?
No, you just never know what you get in a picture. If they're sitting here waiting for you and somebody else to find the phone.
Did you find his phone?
I don't know. Again, I've been with Sandy pretty much the whole time, and now I came here with you. So I do know I did get a message that the goggles and the snorkel were found. So that's all the information that I have about like items that were located.
No, my whole life is down the tubes.
Well, I don't know if that's the case. Because people have the right to defend themselves.
I know, but this is Wisconsin.
This is Wisconsin.
Okay. You continue on.
Okay.
I usually know that people that defend themselves, they end up being accused of being this and being that.
Well, I think if you'd asked me what I would have done,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't know. I would have been scared shitless, I can tell you that.
When that many people tried to pull your pants down and hit you, and two boys had knives on them. They didn't find any of those two knives?
I don't know. I don't know, but we're looking, and you know, we're looking before it gets dark out. Right now it is 8:40.
I'm glad I actually took that kid's knife. He would have stabbed me. He was not there to scare me. He was there to harm me. At least I'm here. But I'm sorry for how it ended up. Still scared, like I said. I'm scared that they're gonna be finding out where I live, and they're gonna be hunting us at night, and they're gonna be hurting my wife.
Well, I will call Sandy as soon as I leave her, okay, and just check in on her.
Following this attack, the other victims had to go through rounds of surgeries, with even larger surgical cuts required to gain access to the internal organs damaged by Nikolai's stabbing spree. AJ had numerous surgeries over 27 days. He had a wound vac placed over his cut, meaning that for over a week his wound was open. This was so surgeons had access to the internal organs to make sure that they could account for all of the
Confounded
damage.
face.
He also had to be fed from a tube and lost nearly 50 pounds. Riley had to undergo surgery to place her stomach back into her body. Dante had a hernia repair, and Tony also had surgeries. Ultimately, the other victims that were stabbed survived, but only just. They were now left with some of the most horrific physical and mental scars. The following day after the stabbing, the investigation started to clarify the events. The footage obtained by one of the teenagers was given to the police, showing 21 crucial seconds of the incident. Then, on the 1st of August 2022, Nikolai was charged with first-degree intentional homicide and 4 counts of attempted first-degree murder. The trial began on the 1st of April 2024. A jury was seated, and both the prosecution and defense delivered their opening statements. The prosecution positioned Nikolai as the aggressor in the altercation. They argued that Nikolai had multiple opportunities to leave the scene when the teenagers began yelling and taunting him, but he chose to stay and to escalate the situation. In contrast, the defense attorney portrayed Nikolai as acting in self-defense. They claimed that Nikolai was surrounded, threatened, and physically attacked, leaving him no choice but to defend himself in this situation. The defense further aimed to discredit the witnesses by highlighting that many were intoxicated at the time, which could have impaired their judgment and memory of the events. They pushed for the narrative that Nikolai was not the initial aggressor, but was instead trying to protect himself in a chaotic and threatening situation. But part of the prosecutor's rebuttal to these self-defense claims is that Wisconsin does not have a stand-your-ground legal position like many other states. Rarely seen in other cases, Nikolai took to the stand himself and underwent cross-examination. The defense saw this as an opportunity for him to say his side of the story, emphasizing his pain and trauma that he went through. He spoke through his version of events, referencing a fear level out of 10, which slowly crept up, reaching its peak when he hit his head on the boulders. Nikolai stated that he was never angry and only scared. One after another, witnesses and victims came forward to the spotlight and testified as to what they saw and how they felt. Both AJ and Dante unbuttoned their shirts to the courtroom, showing the scars they had acquired, whilst sitting 20 feet away from the man who had done it. And Isaac's friend Alexander broke down several times when he was asked to recount his version of events.
It actually goes from, like, you can't see it super well in the picture, but it goes above my ribcage too. They didn't have to open me up. I was already open.
Do you know, can you show with your hands about how long the laceration was?
Yeah, about that. I mean, it's below the belt line to above my ribs.
Are you comfortable showing, do you have a scar?
Yeah, quite a big one.
Are you comfortable showing the jury?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
It actually might be faster to just untuck it. It stops right there. There's a little gap there because it hit my ribs, but that's
okay.
It.
Thank you.
Damn, that's a nasty scar.
Portion of the video starting at the 2:15 mark. While that's getting set up, did you, once you realized that Isaac was injured, did you go to him?
Yeah, I immediately grabbed him, saw that he was injured and wasn't able to completely move, and that's when I decided I needed to hold pressure onto the wound and drag him to the shore.
Did you do that?
I did. I apologize.
At some point, did some folks stop to help you care for Isaac?
Yeah, some adults came by and helped us out.
Where were you stabbed?
In my lower abdomen, I guess, my lower chest area.
Can you stand up and just point?
Right here. I mean, I can show you if you want.
Are you comfortable showing you do have a scar?
Yeah.
It shows the exact spot?
Yeah.
Is that, looks like a little bit off to the center, to the left, right below your rib cage?
Right below my rib cage, yeah.
The jury see? Permission to approach?
Yes.
During the trial, the teens who testified acknowledged that they had been abusive and cruel towards Nikolai. The video footage of the incident was played repeatedly in court, and it became clear that all parties involved in the trial recognized this dynamic. To this day, the case continues to polarize people all around the world. Some view Nikolai's actions as an excessive response to provocation, whilst others argue that the hostile environment may have played a role in escalating the situation. Ultimately, a jury found Nikolai guilty on several charges. However, the charges were not for first-degree intentional homicide or attempted murder as originally sought by the prosecution. Instead, Nikolai was convicted of first-degree reckless homicide in the death of 17-year-old Isaac Schumann. He was also found guilty of 4 counts of first-degree reckless endangerment and 1 count of battery. Nikolai pleaded not guilty to these charges against him. His sentencing took place on the 30th of July 2024, coinciding with the 2-year anniversary of the Apple River stabbings. During the sentencing, Isaac's mother delivered a powerful statement reflecting on the profound loss of her son. She said, "I think about Isaac all day, every day. Losing my baby has devastated me and has shattered my heart." The prosecution aimed for a 70-year prison sentence for Nikolai, which included 45 years for the murder of Isaac, and additional time for the other stabbings and a battery charge. At 49 years old, Nikolai was sentenced to 20 years in prison, with the possibility of release when he is 74 years old. When speaking about the Apple River stabbings, the prosecutor highlighted the brutality of the crime, stating that it is hard to put into words how graphic and horrific this truly was.
So then I climbed out and then I looked and I saw Isaac's hair just laying on the riverbank. I knew it was him. And they were trying to perform CPR on him.
Did you go to Isaac?
Yeah, I ran to Isaac.
Ooh, kind of a dark one. Oh, we're just about up to 3 hours. Let's see, think we'll watch something funny. To end it off. Whoop. Bring the mood back up. So they actually do puff their cheeks out like that.
Whole year in hobbycraft.
Oh, damn. Look at that rooster. I didn't even know they could bend like that. Whoa. What? Oh, I think his line ran out. Yeah, that's me. I guess they sent her the wrong size. Dude! Watch what you're doing. Oh, I've seen this one. Hang on, let's see if I can catch it. Wait, just the moment he realizes he's about to fall. Right there it begins. That's when he realizes, oh no, I'm going down. Aw! Don't wipe off my kisses, Nan. Come on. Uh-oh.
Hello?
That's me. And that is why we do not cook an egg in the microwave.
Do you guys go to the same barber? No, we don't go to the same.
Hey! Hey, excuse me, sir. You are in public. He doesn't look very amused.
Customer states rear tire is loose.
Oh, I don't think it was put on properly.
Hey! Hey!
Big bag, big bag, big bag, big bag. Bag and the bag is loaded up.
He's amusing himself. Unfortunately, I did not make the 2024 U.S. Olympic volleyball team. My goodness.
Nice on fin. Where's Finn? Come out here. Where's my gate?
Where's my gate?
Dog. Have the same fucking dog.
Oh!
Some fatty.
Listen to obscure, insanely niche, unknown artists after calling everyone's. Wait, what did that say? People who only listen to obscure, insanely niche, unknown artists after calling everyone else's taste TikTok music. It's actually letting him do it. Oh, I don't think he liked it. Owie. Oh no! Oh my goodness, that's the biggest shaver I've ever seen. That thing actually work? Oh, you're going over.
Did you stream, buddy? I didn't get noticed at all.
How didn't you? I've been wondering where you were.
Put them on your head.
Oh no.
Did we do it?
And he came in. Sometimes it goes to 501. I missed it. I turned around.
Autocorrection messed it up. It's supposed to be notified.
Ugh. Well, there's always the VOD. But I'm glad you're here now, even though I'm getting ready to wrap it up. They throwing dirt at each other over the fence. Cat sees his friend after a long time. Oh. Oh, look at him. Oh, that's so cute.
But I have no idea at all how I didn't get a notification about you streaming. Like, I have no clue at all.
That is weird.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. Why does it go flat? Oh. Wait, how do I get it to go skinny? Oh, that's how I do it?
Dude. That sounds so wrong. Damn it.
It was the demons. Like, I know I was gonna make it up to you, but don't know how Twitch didn't notify me.
Oh, it's all in good fun. It's all good. Oh no, the dog thinks that's his dog food. He's so confused. Hey, hey, hey! Oh. Okay, he got us, That was a good trick! Oh, he ran into the glass door. What happened? Oh, they ran into the dishwasher door because it was open. I actually did that before. Oh my god, look at all the mice.
Yeah, and I'm so sorry about that, my friend, but hope next time it get notified from you.
Hey, like I said, think nothing of it, it's all fine. But yeah, I hope your notifications do work properly next time.
I hope so too, buddy.
He's gonna trip. Oh!
Falling into Monday.
Whoops. Are they fighting over the Christmas tree? Oh, good grief.
This is how you open a Monster Energy drink. And this is how a monster opens a Monster Energy.
While I'm here, before you wrap up, yesterday I got to see Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and it was so freaking awesome. I enjoyed every moment of the movie. Definitely the best early Christmas present to ever received.
Speaking of that, I finally got to see the second one. We did a watch party with some of my friends on Discord. We watched the first two movies. I can't wait to see the third one myself. I've heard it's the best one yet. Uh-oh, we gotta fight! My first time at a black barber shop. What in the world are they doing over there? What is that?
Oh, it's on site.
You gonna get gotted.
Oh, just you wait for the hyped moments, I promise it's gonna be hyped.
And the dog sees the opportunity. Oh, I bet. Hey, get it. Egg. Oh no! Man overboard.
شكرا يا أخي. Babe, I have a sweet tooth.
What?
Some ice cream?
Yo! Goal!
Dark chocolate.
Yes. Why is that totally me? Dark chocolate. Nature walks ain't for everyone. Why you just standing there? Do it.
What videos did everyone see for the last 2 hours while I didn't get notified? What about my video that I sent you on Discord, LOL, before you wrap up?
Oh yeah, we'll watch that one last. Don't worry. Quite a few videos, a few of them about mascot horror. A couple of funny videos. We watched one like true crime video that was kind of dark, and now I'm trying to lift the mood back up with some funny videos. Let him in. Let him in. Where small
I'll
dogs so
definitely
angry.
check the VOD for those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. George. How much you pay for the new guy? $20? No, too much money. He's no good operator.
Too much money, no good.
I blame the demons for Zai missing out. But today I'ma go Christmas shopping, so definitely be fun.
Dude, you got bald tires, man. Oh. I hope it's not too crowded with all them last minute shoppers.
The demise definitely made me miss Talit.
Wash it down? Damn, worked the shit out of his finger.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, my avatar is going crazy. Shit. I was trying to be like, oh my goodness, that's ingenious. Uh-oh, he does not like the mud mask. He does not like the mud mask. He's like, who are you and what have you done with my mama?
Rolling on the floor laughing.
He's gonna get dirty again. Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. No! What is bro wearing? Look at the guy behind him staring at him like, what in the world? Oh my god, he didn't take the lid off first. Fish! Left-handed people built different.
Are you holding the pan like that because you're left-handed? Why are you holding like a little tea?
Well buddy, I'm gonna head out. I bet you missed me a lot from today's stream, but I promise I got you next time.
Well, I'm glad you stuck around even for the last little bit.
Never watch a stream while roaming on 5G.
Well, I look forward to seeing you next time. And good luck with that Christmas shopping, like I said. Watch out for them other last-minute shoppers.
That dog in her.
I love it.
Oh, she do have that dog in her.
Me too, smiling face, and I will be careful.
No, don't eat your own fur, you silly doggy.
Proud lefty.
You left-handed? What in the world? Oh no, that's sad.
I think those are bees or wasps.
Oh, okay, damn, that sounded like the wails of the damned. Man, isn't that sad? If you want proof that global warming is a thing, there you go.
Câmera 360.
But alrighty later, my friend.
Bye-bye. Bye, Zayden. Oh, no. I really hope that's mud.
I do. That's why I'm recording it. I want the world to believe you, too, so when you say it.
Ah! You know it was not gonna go well when the first thing he said when he was running is, "Oh, my knees!" What in the world?
Well, why don't we hire him? That's how you stop a leak, though. I've been wondering when you guys are gonna start doing things like this.
Like $80 on box leak.
I was just trying to smoke a cigarette outside.
What in the world is wrong with that car alarm?
Doing this in front of everybody.
She was a fairy.
His tail helicopter saved him from falling. Helicopter, helicopter. Yo, I tried to make my own nigiri the other day, and I got some of that sticky rice, sushi rice that you're supposed to use. This is what it was like trying to get some of that rice off of my fingers. When they call it sticky rice, they were not kidding.
I'll have to reprint this. I was like, why are you taking this stuff?
Oh my goodness.
Don't go, Judy. Don't go! Make a mistake, Bart.
Oh no.
What was that alarm?
I know, right? Oh no.
Yes.
It's gonna make a loud noise.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm scared.
Oh!
All over your clothes. Let's go now.
Oh man. That is why I'm not going near those things.
No, you cannot sit right here.
I can't sit right there?
No.
I can't sit right there.
No.
She's trying to cuddle you with you, but it's too hot.
I know you're on the job, but there's no law against a home-cooked meal.
Your fiance babies your cat more than you do.
Yeah.
Why do y'all do this? What are they doing? Do what? I'm confused.
40-yard pin. Missed the bag. Hit the shed.
Oh my goodness. Oh, now he feels embarrassed.
What are you doing out here, man? This was not the assignment. No.
Rumba, get back in the house.
No, 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 no.
What kind of... Oh no. They can't get the box out. Why did they stuff that box in there? Oh my gosh. I love cats. Tell me you're in the Czech Republic without telling me. Okay. I'm not Czech, so I don't get it, I guess. Oh! Where did my fan go? Oh, for the the ski lift without skis. Oh, he's scared. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. 104 versus 98. Yay!
Amanda.
Someone's calling you, but you don't have your glasses on. Have you ever experienced this before? I don't know what happened. Oops. Oh my god. I think y'all are gonna need a little more help. That's one way to do it. Come on in, guys. What in the world? Bro, what is that goatee? Hey, it worked! Your dog learned how to sit from watching the cat. Oh, he's trying to loaf! Is you stuck, buddy? Random evening in Rome. Oh, I've seen this before. Oh, it didn't show the one that I saw before where it cuts to this guy laughing and he said that pizza hated that you put pickles on it so much that it tried to kill itself and take you with it.
El penalti perfecto. Nadie conoce sus reglas, pero todos conocemos a su creador, el mago de los trucos efímeros, Matías Fernández.
Yeah, I think it needs a little servicing. What in the world are you doing, dude? Oh.
Бля, я не понимаю нихуя, мне наушники надо новые, бля!
Good job, you broke them. Yeah, that looks totally safe. A 24-year-old car with no heater in the winter, yep. Look, a seal!
He's mocking you. There's a fire on this bill. Someone can help me put it out, please.
女生下夜班的小手电。
That poor rooster thought it was morning. I don't think it's supposed to do that.
How's your aim?
It's good, apparently. Oof. Is he trying to get his boot off? Little help. Little help. Okay.
좀 나와야지. 거기서 뭐해?
Oh man. Holy shit. The protein shake is kicking in.
Uh-oh. What? Tandem pooping?
My mom wanted to lock her door. She's got a sliding door. And this was her solution.
Aren't those supposed to have locks on them? Oof. Oof.
Huh. Well, that's the oddest response I've ever gotten to a video of me dressed in a narwhal onesie. And no, you don't get to see my horn.
Okay.
Oops. Uh-oh. That's not good. So romantic. Couple goals. Oh dear. Oh. How we realized our privacy screen was backwards. Easy does it. Easy does it. No! Oh man. What? Lizard. Don't eat him. Is that a tractor? Why are you going into the water on a tractor? Better hope it don't get deeper than that.
Is all this legal? Absolutely fucking not.
Stop licking cans?
What are you doing?
Oh, that is creepy. She said, oh my god.
This is no stretch.
Doesn't he hit the ceiling? Yeah. Oh, I bet that felt good. Oh no!
English is so very messed up. English is very messed up.
Yes.
How can you drink a drink, but
you can't food a food?
You have to eat a food and you can drink a drink. English.
What?
Yo, what's up with you?
Huh?
Did you hear what she said? It's not checking you in.
Oh mais casse-toi wesh. Mes frères ils viennent péter mon jus d'orange.
Oh, he took their drink. Just helping himself. That dog eating that cheese. Oh, I think he's had a few too many, y'all. Oh.
$5 if you guys ever want to come. I'm down. I love open down. It'd be so fun.
He thinks he made out like a bandit. Yep, and he dropped all of it. Oh no.
They called back for it. Oh my god.
I don't think it's supposed to be doing that. Oh, it's all wet.
You don't need the green. No. One more layer. Oh. Yeah, that looks better. Now? Yeah. Now you're good.
Is that roses?
I have returned.
Really? You didn't say you were gone. I was wondering why you were being so quiet. Hang on.
Oh, one more layer. Oh.
Hang on.
Yeah, that looks better. Now? Yeah. Now you're good.
Would you do this? Cookie, would you do this? That is a gigantic bouquet of roses.
Love the memes.
Yep.
that? Who goes that?
Okay. I think I'm gonna call it. Yeah. Oh man, I'm tired. Head hurts a little bit. But thanks guys for joining in on the Saturday Chill stream. Hope to see you next time, and I will be starting Red Dead Redemption 2. Of course, I'm gonna have to. That's to say I can clear out enough space to download it. But yeah. Ooh, so I have the links to my Discord and my YouTube channel on my page.
This is where we will call it.
Yes. I also got a donate button there. It's not required, but appreciated. We are going to raid Mr. Thaf9. Cause it's honestly because he's usually the one that's streaming at the same time I do around this time. If there was somebody else
Clear
live.
out the demons.
Yes. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so let me put that up. /raid. Yep. And when you get there, tell him, I guess write demons. Put demons in his chat. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Y'all gonna do it with me this time and not let me be the only one rating him and telling him demons? Come on, guys. Okay, so yeah. It was fun. Hope you enjoyed. And alright guys, remember, go tell him demons. See ya, bye.
I kind of did this. There are 99
I'm trying.
random
Well,
indie horror games
you should
that I
be in there. You'll get sent to him.
Thank you.
There you go.
Gamer, thank you for the raid. I hope your stream was good. I hope your stream was good. But yeah, this only 99. Yeah, I wanted to limit it to 99. 99 indie horror games, and then I think tonight I will add an extra 51.